There we go. Took a minute. Oh. Come on. The computer is going very slow. It's lagging. Lovely stuff, lovely stuff. Looks like just a little bit bigger there. And then up, 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 up. And we should be good visually. Yes. Do we have my audio coming through? We do indeed. So hello people of the internet. It is I, Soulrack Dragon here, back with more Fate Grand Order, where today we will continue / complete the main story, at the very least, of the Valentines event. Before that, though, there is a little bit of news here. First is the President's Day celebration, which was today, 2023. Just 10 St. Quartz spread out over a few days. Easy enough. Next, there is the new info on the pickup summons. I'm not really sure what's new about it, but it says it's new, so something must be new about it. I don't know. So, all the way down. Oh, it must be because Sai Shonagun. That must be what it is. Yeah, because nothing else really should be different, it looks like. Yeah, everything else should be good. No, I should probably... Thank you, Sakai, thank you and welcome to the stream. I should probably add the NA server tag. I forgot to do that, honestly. There we go. NA server. Now that tag is in there. But no, I do not play the Japanese version of FGO. I don't understand it, so it's kind of like, why would I play something I do not understand the full dialogue of? Because I play for the story, more than anything else. But I don't think there is really anything else as far as news. I should claim my present box presence here, I guess. You know, let's clear out all these randos. And present box. Lots of tickets, because I don't claim them when I don't stream. And then just a bunch of login stuff. Nice and easy login stuff. And that's all the login stuff. Wow, that wasn't as much as I hoped it would be. But yeah, like I said, haven't really been doing much in the way of farming, just because these nodes are terribly inefficient. You know what? I can start off with this Better Shadow challenge. I've done pretty much all of them. I missed one because, well, let's just say that day was not a very nice day. And leave it at that. But it looks like Berserker is the way to go here for this one. So we'll go ahead and grab... I'm actually going to bring Castoria along here. And then, rather than you, we want our strongest Berserker. Who is our best Berserker for this matter? I think that is an obvious question to have an answer. There we go. And... Calculating. Are we golden here? I think we are. See, yeah, this should be fine. Same setup that we've been using. I'm gonna have to cut this. Because I don't know. Well, no. No, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine to show what network I'm on. There are the names of my cats, so you know. It's fine. Let's go. My former cat's names. Oh, I disconnected. I completely disconnected. I didn't realize that. I properly lost internet connection there. There we go. Internet's back. That was weird. That was like the first time I've totally lost the internet. Let me refresh, make sure my dashboard is working proper. Am I live proper? I think I am. Does it look like I am, though? That is the question. It says I'm live. It's not showing any visual cues, though. So I'll cautiously wait here. I will cautiously wait. I must have I must have just completely lost internet there for a brief minute, which is really weird. Usually it's just like the stream itself that disconnects there for like a minute or so. I've not had a whole internet dropping situation happen to me in quite a while, actually. Okay, yep, we are indeed good. So, let's get this party started. Primordial Rune, Tactical Body, Art of a Conqueror, and that's worth waiting. And from here, we go ahead and do the waiver boost. And swap in a Rush for waiver. A Rush boost. Alright, so I think Scotty, Stella, Shangyu. Changyu. I can never pronounce that name pronunciation properly. Z-I-N-G. I'm pretty sure it's Chang. That might not be. I really need to look up a proper pronunciation of it, I guess. A bunch of monkeys and chickens are the alter egos. Interesting. But 7 on the first round is not bad. Not bad at all. Not the most NP generated there, unfortunately, but that helps. Funnily enough, that helps out a lot. And that brings in Artoria. Alright, so we'll go ahead and always Protection of the Lake, because that is a very useful skill. This probably won't be doing much, but it's better safe than sorry. And then I think a Brave Chain is what the doctor ordered here. So doot, doot, doot. We'll get 5 this round, which is not bad. I am definitely going to have to use a seal to get any more oomph, though. Another NPA. Which is fine. I'm perfectly fine with using seals sometimes. Alright, so we will, of course, get as boosted as we can. And release the NP. And while I'm not a fan of Lip Woolly, we will go ahead and fire a Bazooka, the Shadow Lip. Okay. So we should be able to get away with... The question is, where's... I'm gonna go there, I think? Yeah. No, I gotta target this one first. Yeah, gotta do it like this. Good. I've gotta hope that another servant doesn't appear in the back line. I mean, chances are Scotty's not gonna be able to punch through regardless, but even still. Okay, not on the back line, but it's not the weakest of the bunch. It's Melt, though, so... Oh! Scotty target at the front. Lucky. But I would not have wanted to hurt my melt anyways, so it all works out well. Another 17 run. I've been getting a lot of those fairly consistently here. Fairly consistently. Foes running in the corner. First quest of the day. And the standard 89-ish thousand points. We get the first CE of the bunch. Or, not CE, but command code. The Aconite Witch's Command Seal. Removes one attack buff and one defensive buff on a single enemy when attacking the engraved card if it is an art. Command Seal of a certain servant-turned-master. It bears the image of a staff of a mage from the Age of Gods who caused and experienced much betrayal. Media. Okay, and we also get us a silver fruit. If I go to the shop, I obviously cannot purchase anything here. I could give and get chocolates at this point. The lock-on chocolates, I don't really want to give. Just because, you know, that'd be singling somebody out. I will, of course, be doing all the chocolates, probably on an independent stream, maybe. But yeah, I can't give one to my Mashu. Foreigners at the bottom. Then rulers. Yeah, Mashu's not here. I mean, I could just throw it towards Melt, but... And point-wise, I am a sixth of the way up the tower, so that's something. But yeah, we'll be fine as far as the chocolates go. I feel fairly confident, but for now, let us continue with the story here with Section 3, Lost Sheep. And it does look like this is going to be a bronze currency drop. Okay. The Shinsengumi. Okay. Hey, Ouroboros. Welcome to the stream. How be things? Hey, Shuten's getting along with Raiko. There we go. How be things, Ouroboros? How be things? I was given the knowledge of this place when Amor chose me for his vessel. But it's still a surprise to see the Chaldea Security Organization up and running. All these different heroic spirits coming together to face a threat to the very world and restore humanity. Well, it's all very inspiring. Any chance you want to join them? Of course, I would never have become a pseudo-servant if I weren't interested in helping. Surely it's all thanks to the Lord that I was given this opportunity. Not to mention that, with all these fine heroic spirits, I should be able to realize my dream of an ideal world filled with love. FGO's been treating me well. I got Karen. Not today, but last FGO stream. Haven't really been doing too much in the way of farming, just because I stream everything and haven't streamed FGO since last Monday, so I'm very far behind on the story for Valentines, but after today's stream, I should have everything unlocked so I can kick the farming into high gear. Her opportune appearance is pretty fishy, but I can't deny that she's saying all the right things right now. How about you? How have things been treating you? Yeah, that's true. If we're just going off looks and elegance, she could give our princess a run for her money. But whenever I look at that red outfit of hers, I always feel weirdly unsettled. It's almost like it's unearthing some kind of trauma buried deep in my soul or something. You two are Lord Gilgamesh and Lord Kukulkan, right? I only missed one Bitter Shadows quest. Only one. And it was last Friday, just because that day was just... ugh. It's an honor to be here speaking with the two of the greatest heroes the world has ever known. What a strange twist of fate that has brought us all here. It's as though we're bound by an unbreakable diamond chains. Sure you never met them before, Karen? Oh yes, absolutely. It's quite nerve-wracking meeting everyone for the first time like this. Hi, Mr. Soul. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. It's nice to see you all hanging out together, and I see you've also got an unusual addition to your group today. Hello. Hey, Aris! Honestly, so far, it's had some good, funny moments. It's had some funny moments so far, and I look forward to seeing how it proceeds. You're right, this isn't unusual. You're all headed out somewhere. No. We weren't doing anything in particular. We just happened to end up together, go to talking, and decided to go to the cafeteria. Well, you sure don't sound excited about it. I thought I remembered you being a little more, you know, assertive. It's no wonder you're getting jerked around if you're gonna be all wishy-washy. Look, you wouldn't just let your opponent do whatever they wanted in a fight, right? So why don't you try applying that same attitude to your normal life? Okay. By the way, may I ask who that is? Oh, does that mean I can come out now? If you've read Hollow Atraxia, probably jumps up quite high. I've not read Hollow Atraxia, but I am somewhat familiar with the material. Hello, nice to meet you. I'm the servant version of Amor, the god of love. But please, feel free to call me Karen, and treat me like an old friend. It's Miss Karen. Okay. So, I don't recall Karen being in Prillia. Because if Miyu and Kuro recognize, then she's got to be in Prillia, but I don't remember where. I know Aris recognizes from hers, because Karen is like her teacher or something, but... Miss Karen. They've met you before, more likely. What's going on? What are you doing here? Yeah, what are you doing here, Miss Karen? No, wait, hang on. I think there's something different about her. She does seem a lot smaller. Maybe she's Kid Miss Karen. I can't say I care for this trend of attaching kid to anything and everything. Oh, I'm sorry. So what's this all about? You girls all know who this is already? Well, yeah, she was our school nurse. Although that Miss Karen was more grown up than this one. Are you? Never mind, I understand now. You see, I'm a pseudo-servant acting as a vessel for the Amor Divine Spirit. And unfortunately I have no memories of the time we presumably spent together. Perhaps this means the version of me you met was from a different world than I am? Okay, Ilya, we know you're from a different version. We know Ilya, Miyu, and Kuro are all from a different reality entirely. Why is this surprising? And here I was excited to meet someone I knew in my original world. She even mentions it! And here's something wrong. No, nothing's wrong. It's just, Right, of course, I knew this couldn't possibly be the case, but for just a moment I thought you might be Karen Fujimura, that's all. Fujimura. As in Miss Fujimura? Where'd that name come from? I have no way of knowing what sort of chaotic world you may have come from. But I do apologize if I had inadvertently given you the wrong idea. Oh no, not at all. Still, after hearing all that, there's one thing I do know. I must have been one of your favorite teachers, and you all must have admired me deeply. I can almost see it now, me smiling and happy surrounded by a group of adoring children. Oh, Karen, I know enough about you that is not the case. It assumes... That's really weird. Like, why would it assume you haven't read the other FGO events? That's just weird. Yes, I can almost... Something wrong there? So, would seem I guess my imagination isn't as strong as I thought. You sure not just keenly aware that there exists no universe where that would ever happen? Shut up. Yow! I can't wait till we meet Angra. Now, where were we? Oh yes, I have a very clear mental picture now. Eris, was it? I can tell that you must have respected me, I mean this other Karen, a great deal. What a beautiful teacher and student relationship you must have had. That goes for the rest of you too. Thank you for adoring me, the me you knew in your worlds. I'm pretty sure that is true for Eris, because I'm pretty sure Eris models her style of dress after Karen. Not at all, God Karen. You're much too kind. Beautiful teacher and student relationship, huh? I definitely don't think I'd put it like that. She really does remind me a lot of Miss Karen, though. By the way, can I ask what brings you here to Chaldea? Karen, did our master summon you here? It's an AI. Huh! I was unaware of that. I did not know that Karen was an AI. So, it's like the Sakura AI, from which BB spawned. Oh gosh. What kind of AI is that? If a Sakura AI can turn into BB, I can only imagine what a Karen AI would turn into. I see. Bitter shadows, huh? I had no idea things like that were roaming around Chaldea. Oh, so that's what's going on here. Wait, isn't that kind of a big deal? Yeah, kind of. Not a whole lot we can do until we figure out where they're coming from, after all. So we're basically just wandering around, seeing what's up. Guess those bitter shadow things must have that in common. Anything out of the ordinary? Out of the ordinary. So, I've heard that this Karen is either from the Hollow Atraxia or from the Capsule Servants verse. The Capsule Servants verse I know little to nothing about, though. Oh, do you have an idea, Mayu? Well, it's probably not that big a deal, but there is a new kind of chocolate being sold here that's all the rage lately. It's so hard to get hold of that everyone calls it illusory chocolate. Gotcha, so it's the kind of thing where stores make up some special limited edition item to drum up interest, right? Come on, Ku, you don't have to put it like that. It may be something of a last resort, but these struggling small businesses need to spread the word somehow, right? At least I didn't call it a last resort. Actually, anyway, what about this illusory chocolate struck you as being out of the ordinary? Well, we've only heard rumors ourselves, and we're not sure how credible they are. But they say the merchant selling the chocolate comes and goes in the blink of an eye. And that they wear a paper bag over their head. A real simple one, like they give you at bakeries and stuff. A paper bag, huh? The hell? No, seriously, what the hell's that all about? I do have a hard time seeing how that could have any connection to the Bitter Shadows incident. Are you sure it's even someone from Chaldea? I would hope it's somebody from Chaldea, otherwise that means we're compromised. Again! Everyone says it's probably just the Kaikion lady or someone from the servant. And they don't seem that... Servant-verse incursions happen It's happened, what? 3 times that the servant-verse has intersected with our verse, and they're already used to it. Gotta give them credit, man. You gotta give them credit. To be so used to the servant-verse incursions after such a short time, you gotta give them credit. Tiger Coliseum and Capsule. Tiger Coliseum is the bad end. No, that's the Tiger Dojo. I don't know what Tiger Coliseum is, then. It is possible to get too used to this stuff. Those guys seem like they were anxious about something today, too. Wonder if it had anything to do with these bitter shadows. Oh. Did you sense something amiss too, Miss Reese? It wouldn't be that specific, really. It's more like a general feeling of unease. Reese, what is it? Reese, was it? I think I understand why this Karen Fujimura you knew was concerned about you. It's because you, me, and Karen Fujimura all have the same kind of secret, isn't it? So you could tell. I thought you might be able to. Then does that mean you also... Oh yes, I could tell right away. You have fabulous fashion sense. Oh boy. Oh, that's not the secret. It's a fighting game. You're boldly exposing a great deal of skill while retaining an unflappable demeanor. That is something only one attempting to offer herself to a divine domain could do. What's more, that avant-garde outfit of yours is, to put it modestly, utterly perfect. Yeah, that's, So you noticed. Yes, this outfit is my attempt to honor the Holy Grail's accords, while complying with Chaldea's dress... We have a dress code at Chaldea? Yeah, she's, certainly not. But Chaldea has a dress code. It's based on a simple ancient Japanese clothing, and is my way of paying respects to outfits like the Omigoromo and Chihaya worn for holy rituals. But I still have a long way to go before I can hope to measure up to my inspirations. That's why I sometimes inadvertently embarrass some of the people I come across. There's no need to be so modest. Just because society at large doesn't understand and you doesn't mean you need to hide who you are. I once went by a certain nickname, and now I think it's only right that you go by it yourself. From here on, you should call yourself... I can't say that with the street. No. Oh gosh, that's hilarious. Oh. If Reese does not have a flustered reaction. Okay. Oh man, if she was not flustered, that would have made it so much better, so much more funny. Oh, Karen is certainly something. Not going commando. Then again, if you all the people, no worries, no. Nope. Gotcha. Nope. What is this? I knew it. You had another secret as well. Reese, huh? What's going on? This isn't strictly accurate for the time being. Let's just say she's been possessed by a demon. You see, your body is overly assimilated to hosting things of that nature. The beam of light I struck you with completely lowered your defenses and exposed the cracks in your heart. Now all the corrupt magical energy floating around Chaldea has been drawn to you to take advantage of them. Then you knew this would happen. Of course, before you get angry at me, you should know that it was a necessary sacrifice. Yeah? Necessary sacrifice. We're about to blast a Reese to Kingdom Come. Wait, that sounds like it might be someone else's catchphrase. Let me rephrase it then. I had no choice. I'm exhausted and I didn't want to run around looking for that magic energy, so I thought I'd have it come to me. Well, to you instead. You never thought to ask me first. What kind of teacher are you? My right hand is throbbing. Everyone, please get away from me. I can't hold it back much longer. The seal on her right hand. The darkness within is being unconcealed. I feel like Reese would totally be into that Chuny stuff. And yeah, that's just how I thought you'd react. So, now that they possess her, the bitter shadow has managed a partial physical manifestation. Firing my bazooka at them now isn't going to have much effect. So I'd like all of you to neutralize Reese first. What exactly do you mean by neutralize? Hit her until she stops moving, obviously. I mean, you know, that's probably the least mean way to say to neutralize somebody. Yeah, she's a sadomasochist, I think, Karen is. That's your plan? You might want to rethink your methods a little going forwards. She's certainly not a sterling example of a fettered hero, is she? So we still have to do what she says, at least for now. Hang in there, Reese. I promise we'll save you. Wonderful. Now this is true friendship for you. I'm sure the Lord will be pleased to see you girls playing together like this, even if you do end up a little bit bruised in the process. Is the whole concept of remorse just completely foreign to you? I think it is. I mean, she is the daughter of Kirei, so, you know, let's be frank here. She could have ended up a lot more messed up. Why does she have advantage? I'm legitimately curious as to why Reese has advantage here. Well, she can take the lead. Lambda can be swapped by Scotty. And let's start throwing on all the 4-star CEs. We can swap Mesh out for Kagekyo. And do we have this good? We do. Yeah. Reese is a Chuny. There's gotta be a... I wonder who would all be the Chunies here in Chaldea. Obviously, Reese, XA, probably. I do wonder. Okay, so now there's no advantage. Why was... I don't know. Do that. Mana Burst. Invincible, no. I don't want the absorption. Excuse me. So let's do this. Should be nice and easy. Brave chain. Let's see if it's gonna be enough. And let's see if we get the funny version of the NP as well. Because I guess she's got a funny version of the NP. Oh, she becomes an actual little cupid. That's good. Oh, I love it when there's variable NPs. Okitan, Orion, Karen. I'm trying to think who else has an NP that is a variable compared to normal. I honestly can't think of anybody else that is got a unique or has an NP that can change up like that. Now, God Bazooka, fire. Oh, it's a capsule reference actually. Thank you, Aris. Chaldea is safe once more, and I couldn't have done it without your cooperation. Cooperation, huh? Damn, that's kind of impressive. I wonder what you've got to eat to develop a skin that thick. Elia, I'm sorry to ask, would you mind taking her to the infirmary? Also, you should probably stay there while you're at it, if only to keep the sacrifices to a minimum. Honestly, I'm not thrilled at being mixed up in this myself, but it's too late for me to back out now. Thank you, Gil. Good luck, I guess. I do like that they seem to have some sort of connection there with Ilya and Kid Gil, given that they are allies in the Prilliaverse. They are quote-unquote allies, even though that Kid Gil is kind of, I don't know. Kid Gil in the Prilliaverse is certainly something, I will say. Certainly is something. Don't you die on us, you hear? I don't think we have to worry about that, at least. Well, I guess I won't be able to use that trick anymore. Not that I was planning to do so again, anyway. Oh, really? Don't you remember what I said about her fabulous fashion sense? I really like her style, so I wouldn't ever want to put her through the ringer more than once a day. So she did know. At any rate, that takes care of all the wicked magical energy in this area. Which unfortunately also means the end of our fun break hanging out with those nice girls. Still, that's a small sacrifice to make to protect Valentine's Day. Now come on, let's continue our search. Indeed. Let us proceed. Shing. And we did unlock the next one, God Hunt. First Love. It is... I'm gonna do it real quick here. Real quick. Do the do. Sure. The Nito Burrito. Why not? This is the Omni node. That's not that great. And do that. Sure. Yeah, we're just gonna knock this Omni node that isn't that great of an Omni node out, just so it's checked off on the guide's checklist here. Is this stalling? Maybe a little bit, but it'll be fine. I've got plenty of time. I've still got like 2 whole hours of stream time left. It'll all be... True, she is not. She's made a temporary contract with us, right? Something like that. At the very least, the farming isn't too bad here. This is a fairly easy Omni farm, even if it isn't the best of the nodes. We're going to be unlocking the good bronze node tomorrow next. Woo! Just keep that in mind. Ominous words there, Ouroboros. Very, very ominous. Sadly, we did not get a triple here with Nito Burrito. That's a shame. Nito Burrito just does not have the oomph to triple NP. So sad. Much tears. Many crying. I mean, I guess if I had used a K-scope to start, she probably would have, but that's beside the point. And out of curiosity, Ouroboros, I feel like I've seen your name make a reference to something, so I have to ask. Have you played Xenoblade Chronicles 3? Because I feel like the message on your profile is a reference to that game. And every time I read your name, it reminds me of that game too. So you have played it. Okay. In that case, what did you think of the reveal from the most recent Nintendo Direct? What are your thoughts on the next, what is it called? Expansion pass thing? Something along those lines. What are your thoughts on that? So we'll have a more be in the front. We'll bring back the waves. And looks like this is the 4-star node, so everybody gets the 4-star. Let's see thing. Except for Kagekyo, you get replaced by Mashu. There we go. This will be fine. Also, in your opinion, does that not look like Mio? On the left there. Adelante would be a very good Mio. Oh, that's a different reference. Okay. Hey, Mordred, welcome to the stream. How be things? No, not Mio. Mio. Mas. But how be things, Mordred? How be things? What was that? Hey, Chan Mas. Oh, it's her. Sigh. That piercing voice sounds familiar. Woohoo! Happy Valentine's Day. Hold on to your mystic code, because Nakiko's back this year with another heaping helping of love. Hang on, guys. Storm's headed our way. You do have a way with words, don't you, Soul? Yeah, I guess neither of them ever listens, huh? Not much for mutual understanding, are ya? Well, that's okay. We don't always have to understand each other to get along. Anywho, here, Chamas, have some Valentine's Day chocolate. I made you an orangette, and only instead of soaking the kumquat peel and sugar, I soaked the whole kumquat. Fancy. And don't worry, Lane and KG, I've got enough to go. Oh, I was confused as who she was. Lane. Or is it Lon? Because it's Kukulon. And KG. KG. I don't mind if you call me that, but I wouldn't call any of the other me's that if I were you. Especially not the spiky one. He's not big on emotion. Or mercy. Oh. Well, that explains why he looked so grumpy when I called him that. And here I thought it was because he just didn't like chocolate or something. So I already called at least one of the other me's Lane, huh? She's really less like a storm and more like a walking, talking, ticking time bomb, isn't she? Anyway, on a different note. Is it true we got a new edition Chanmas? And a god at that. I got curious as to what she's like. So I thought I'd come meet her for myself. Whoa! Your hair's so beautiful, you're so dainty and petite, your skin's so smooth. Oh man, I'm experiencing all the feels right now. Oh. Sigh. Why does she have no concept of personal space? That's Sigh for you. That is Sigh. Me, you can call me Nagiko. Nice to meet you, new bestie. Oh, I cannot wait for a Berserker version this summer. I'm gonna be rolling on both banners, but I really do hope I get Sai. It's, Charlotte, Sai, Anastasia, and Canis for the 4 stars. I think for this upcoming summer, right? Canis is probably the least wanted, with Sai as the most wanted of the 4 stars, for certain. Damn, she's really not afraid of anything, is she? Uh-oh, this is bad. Karen's gonna blow her top soon. We've gotta separate them before it's too late. Why the hell did you slap me? I see. Nagiko, is it? Would you mind if I asked you something I've been wondering about? Sure. What's up? Who's that you're carrying around under your arm? If you're done, would you mind putting me down already? Oh crap, I completely forgot. Come on! All because of pity. You know what? I'm fine with that. I'm completely fine with no rotation of the 4 stars. This little lady is Camacho. She's a god of love too. Pretty cool, right? I bet you'll have a ton to talk about. Not to mention you're both super cute. It's Kama, you idiot, not Camacho. And why are we out here talking to them anyway? When you invited me to see the new god, you said we could just stay back and observe from a distance. Kama and Nagiko are friends? Question mark? Interesting. Dynamic there. Also, Kama, can you assume a more adult form, please? And thank you. Whoops, did I? My bad. Well, never mind. This is extremely not okay, but you know, whatever. You must be Eros, then. I'm Kama, the god of love. This is quite a coincidence, isn't it? I certainly never expected to run into another god of love who uses bow and arrow here. How fortunate that we managed to find each other. I look forward to getting to know you better. Well, thank you. That's very kind of you to say. I'm Amor, the god of love. But please, call me Karen. Kama, was it? Then you must be the Hindu god of love. I thought you were supposed to be male, but clearly I was wrong. You're quite the adorable little thing, aren't you? Oh, that? Don't worry about it. It's not important. Besides, I could say the same for you. No. But then as a pseudo-servant, I suppose your vessel's gender doesn't really matter at. Have we met somewhere before? It must be the Tiger Coliseum where Sakura and Karen meet. Because I honestly know nothing about Tiger Coliseum. I didn't even know that was a game. A fighting game for FGO. I honestly shouldn't be surprised that such a thing exists. No, this is our first time. Are you sure? You seem very familiar somehow. At any rate, I'm not performing my godly duties right now because of reasons. So having you show up now really does feel like fate to me. Since you're Eros, the god of erotic love, I bet you'll have no problem turning this place into a world positively dripping with love, just the way I like. Even with all these goody two-shoes fighting at every turn. Yes, that's right, I can just let this newcomer handle everything and I won't have to lift a finger. Oh, that's the classic lazy bones Kama. All I have to do is hole up in my room and check it on Master every now and then and see if he's ready to sink into depravity once and for all. It's perfect. Oh, Kama. Sure, I suppose we would have a lot in common if I was in fact Eros. But as we are now, lust simply isn't important to us. That being said, we won't deny that it too has a place. That place just happens to be a good bit below our particular station. Still, it's been a pleasure to meet you. Why, that little... No, wait, there's something off about her. Something that shouldn't apply to any pseudo-servant. You guys are just too cute for words. It should be illegal. I knew I was right to force you to come here, Kama. You guys are gonna get along great. I'm not so sure about that. If anything, they look almost ready to kill each other. I don't know what you're talking about. It doesn't look like anything like that to me. Nope. Seriously, kid, you don't want to get mixed up in a catfight. They're more dangerous than a wounded bear. It's better to just play it dumb before they remember you're there and make you pick a side. I see. As the unrivaled hunter of Ulster, you must be used to these kinds of dangerous situations. What's up, Nash? I'm sorry to interrupt your conversation, Senpai, but we found more bitter shadows. Could I ask you to go investigate them as soon as I send you the location? Roger Dodger. Nagiko, thank you. Bitter Shadow. I don't know what that is, but it sounds annoying. I don't need any of that kind of hassle, so I'll just let you guys take care of. On second thought, I'll help too. After all, it should be an excellent chance for Eros there to see what I can really do. Hey, J6, no Lost Belt 7 spoilers, please. I mean, I know you know. I know that you wouldn't do it, but it's instinct. Instinctively, I say. Instinct. I honestly don't care whose kind of love is baser or loftier, but the idea of this naive little twit who's never been incinerated by Shiva's third eye thinking I can't hack it just pisses me off. Plus, when I pawn off my job off on her, I don't want her thinking it's because I'm so low-tier god who can't clean up my own messes or anything. I want her to feel honored that she gets to spare me from having to sully my own hands. If I have to show off what I'm really capable of to make that happen, that's fine. My, that's very courageous of you. No wonder you are so famous in Indian mythology. But unfortunately, I just don't think your particular traits are going to be much use here. What? Of course they will be. Wait here, I'll prove it to you. I can easily handle some fake shadow servants by myself. Come on, you idiot. Just this once. I'm gonna let you help me. Huh? Weren't you just talking about how you could handle this yourself? Oh well, no biggie to me. I'm just glad to be asked to help. You really burned that much quartz? Damn. They ran off before we could say anything. Maybe we ought to go after them? Why, anyone can beat those bitter shadow things as long as they have the power of love, right? Since Kama's technically a god of love too, why don't we just let her take care of it? It's interesting. I've heard a lot about how much more difficult the boss... I haven't been spoiled as to the boss fights, but I've heard that Lost Belt 6 also has a very tough boss fight. So I look forward to enjoying that this summer. Because that's when that's when we're going to get Lost Belt 6, is around this summertime, right? What the hell? I destroyed those things a bunch of times, but they just kept reviving. Welcome back. Where's one that looks like a cactus? A cactus? Since when does Nagiko look like a cactus? I left her there. The god's a real piece of work, huh? I'm in danger! I'm in danger. Save me, Chama. Save me. God Bazooka. Die. Nagiko. Nagiko! Whew, that ought to do it. Thank you for gathering them all in one place like that, Nagiko. That let me purify this whole hallway with a single shot, which is much more cost-effective. Master, are we really sure this lady's a god? Are you freaking kidding me? Yeah, you know, I think she's a god. I mean, gods are all about collateral damage. Just look at what Kratos did to ancient Greece, after all. Are you freaking kidding me? What the hell are you doing with a bazooka? That's just straight-up cheating. Eros is supposed to use a bow and arrow, damn it. Love has no defined shape or form. So I see no point in sticking with a bow and arrow when the situation calls for a bazooka. She's got a point, you know. But I guess that may be hard to understand for a mere old-fashioned god like yourself. Oh, so you think you're hot stuff just because you beat those bitter shadow things? You could only do it because you knew the trick. I wouldn't have lost in a firefight. Oh, then what do you propose? Let's take this to the simulator. I haven't been this pissed in a long time. Thought you were basically already pissed off. Shut it, Master. Now come on, Eros. This is your last chance to apologize. Alright, I have almost no stamina. I really don't enjoy these kinds of personal fights. But if you insist, then I suppose I can't refuse. I'm actually pretty sure that there is a Kratos mentioned somewhere in Greek mythos. Obviously nowhere near the amount of God of War Kratos, but yeah, there is a Kratos in Greek mythology. Obviously not the Kratos from the God of War games, but still. This chick's already 2 for 2, about to be 3 for 3. For casualties? Fighting Kama. This is fine. Kama has not yet reached the waifu status, so this is fine. I'm pretty sure she will after summer, though. Given that she is one of the stars of summer 6. Yeah. Tongues get tied. Do that. And... interesting that I don't have God Bazooka. Felt for sure I would have access to that. Oh well. Okay, so white chocolate is the normal one, whereas the milk chocolate is the capture reference, I think. At least that's what it looks like. I noticed that brief difference in the NPs. It was a very brief period, but I did notice that difference. And a little bit of garbage. Woo! Easy peasy. Oh, there's 5 variations. Wow. Bear witness to God's glory. God Bazooka. Final shot. What do you say, Kama? Shall we call it today's duel a draw? This can't be right. I might not look like it, but I'm still... God damn it. How the hell can that bazooka hurt so damn much? What the hell's it even made of? Oh, that? Well, yes, of course it hurts. After all, I love you. Say what? What in the world are you talking about now, you crazy god? This bazooka's power is directly affected by how much love its user has in their heart. So since I love every person on Earth, every shot I fire with it hits the force of the entire planet. And in your case, Kama, you are incinerated by Shiva, making you a being that's essentially the universe. Which means by loving you, my god's bazooka power is equivalent to Earth and the universe combined. Are you freaking kidding me? Ah, gotta love conceptual BS. I mean, spreading love is my job description too. So by that logic, my bow and arrow should be just as powerful as your goddamn bazooka. Oh my, it's worse than I thought. I can't believe you're still ignorant of such a basic fact. Our definitions of love are different. Your love is all about building you and your loved ones up together, with their consent. Okay, that sounds... normal. The very fact that you talk about providing love proves that it's very different from my kind of love. God the Father's love simply exists. Period. Those who receive it needn't agree to do so. A little bit of a twisted mindset there. Because true love is already complete simply by virtue of existing. Wait, hang on. Are you sure you're not just making up something that sounds good to avoid giving a real answer? Huh? Why did you just collapse? Because firing that shot opened up old wounds. As I thought, scaling up and spreading my love to a whole universe really did take a lot out of me. That's why I consider today's match to be a draw. Didn't I say as much earlier? Why in the world would you push yourself that far just to beat me? The Greek gods are the same. They didn't care about who received it. And why her NP uses the word agape. I'm not familiar... What does agape mean, Ouroboros? I honestly cannot recall. Are you some kind of idiot? Since you wanted to see what I was made of, I thought it was only right that I not hold back. I swear, every single thing you say and do is just the dumbest shit imaginable. Still, love is such a pain in the ass to begin with. But I can't blame any god who exists solely for love for being a pain in the ass too. I really thought they were going to end up killing each other. But looks like this is working out better than I expected. I guess they have something in common after all. Their only real difference is their faith. Ah, gotcha. I guess that concept of love would be the strongest concept of love, wouldn't it? That definitely would be the strongest concept of love. It would also probably freak a lot of people out if they really thought about it. Yeah, that has the potential to be the most creepy thing if you really start to think about it. Hey, Andy, welcome to the stream. How are things? What is your question, good sir? I don't know why anyone would go around preaching about something that's as big of a pain in the ass as love. But since love is kind of their thing, it's no surprise they'd find some common ground. See what I tell you, Lane. I knew these two would be besties. How the hell did you recover so fast? Besides, I've been wondering. People who fall in love can pray to a god of love for romantic assistance. But who is a god of love supposed to pray to? I guess you can't really see it themselves there. Exactly, KG. But now that there are two of them, all their problems should be solved. Don't think that's how it works, Nagiko. If Adam is the father of all humans, and God is our father, and Joseph is Mary's husband, who is Jesus' dad? Does he have 3 dads? I mean, saying Adam is the father of all humanity, that's more of a grand sense of things. Technically, Jesus does have 2 dads. Yes. God, the Father, who had the Virgin Mary conceive him, and Joseph, his adopted father. I guess I'm not really sure if it would be considered adoptive father, or, you know, they're both fathers, but Adam is more the father of humanity in the grand sense of the word. Much like some people say that some kings are the father of a whole line of royalty, you know? Now, I mean, Camacho can ask for someone for help when it comes to matters of the heart. Really, is that how it works? And that is why I made sure they'd have a meet-cute of their own. What do you think? Pretty clever, right? Yeah, that's great, except for 2 tiny details. 1, I don't answer anyone's prayers for romance, and 2, I have no intention of talking about my own love life with anyone. Gotcha. I swear. You really need to quit jumping to conclusions, idiot, especially about the kind of things that make my hair stand on end. Oh my. I'm sorry, Kama, I had no idea you were having such a hard time with your own love life. If you ever want to talk, I'll be happy to lend you my ear. The church is always open to lambs who have lost their way, after all. I just said I'm not having a hard time, and don't you go building churches when nobody asked you to. I was kidding, of course, just a little goddess humor. I don't think this means you've won Eros. We are going to settle this someday. Count on it. Okay. I think I should be able to give you a rematch at some point, if I wind up with literally nothing better to do. Ugh. I knew this goddess rubbed me the wrong way. Oh, poor Kama. Again, in a way, but also not. It's on the grander sense of scale, Andy. Like, if you're... So, technically, your grandpa is your father's father, which would make him your father as well. So, I mean... Again, it's on a very grand scale, you have to think of these things. Go like this, and we will do this node real quick. We need an assassin. Assassin, an AoE assassin. Or... Now let's just go assassin. Who's ready to roll as far as my high... You know, let's go shooting. It's been a while since I've used shooting. It's been so long that she's still bond 5. Right? No, we're shooting. Shooting higher than bond 5? Am I just blind? There she is. She's bond 6. I knew I would find her eventually. So this is the best bronze node in the game right now for this event. And I will go ahead and switch shooting over to a super scope, just for sake of doing so. Yes, it is like the Grandpa Theory. They might eventually cover this, considered the Jesus lore we have in the Nasiverse. And as far as we know, Fate lore is the true lore. I mean, it's true for somewhere. Andy, that is a very circular way of thinking of time. You need to think of time... While time is a circle, it is also a line. So, for example, if you were to go back in time and do such an act, you wouldn't necessarily be doing it, because that happened in your past, and you still have a future. You would have just created a branching timeline where that version is no longer existent, but you would still exist. Just because it's a human thing does not mean that you are not thinking about it properly. Ooh, I don't know if I'm gonna get NP. I do. But I don't think I'm going to be getting... a refill. Time is the arrow there where entropy is increasing. That's the Grandpa paradox and the Bootstrap paradox, each already invalidated in the Nasuverse. The Bootstrap paradox. So what Andy said is the Grandpa paradox, and what I said is the Bootstrap paradox. I did not know that it was a named paradox, to be honest. Okay, not enough boosting. Let's try and generate NP. I mean, as far as the Nasuverse goes, time is confusing. Yes, I do recall that Archer killing Shiro would not change anything, even if he did somehow find the original Shiro Emiya. The theoretical pruning phenomenon. Yes. Theoretical pruning phenomenon is any time in which humanity will stagnate, the timeline will be completely pruned. Which is what was going to happen in the Apocrypha timeline if Amakusa got his way. The Great Filter. I have heard about the Great Filter, but I cannot recall what it is off the very top of my head. And honestly, I mean, who's to say there isn't a theoretical pruning phenomenon for us, you know? I mean, we have no way of observing that high of a dimensional level. So it's a very real possibility that such a thing is real, you know? I'm sorry, Senpai. I wish I could tell you more about the Bitter Shadows, but I'm afraid our analysis hasn't made any progress. As soon as we know more, I'll let you know, though. Oh, another error message. Something wrong, MASH. Oh no, everything's fine. It looks like we've been experiencing some power loss recently. But it's been well within a margin of error, so no need for you to worry. Anyway, good luck with your investigation, Senpai. Thanks, MASH. Good luck with your analysis, too. So you still haven't made any progress, eh? Not like we've made much either. Hey, Karen. I don't suppose you can use your powers to figure out where the next Bitter Shadows will show up, can you? Tell me, Ku, does depending on others to make up for your inadequacies make your tea taste better? Some hunter you are, expecting your quarry to be handed to you on a silver platter. Oh, okay, now I remember the Great Filter. The Great Filter is the theory that there is something out there stopping species from advancing too far. I recall now. Now I recall. There's also the theory that... I don't remember what the theory is called. But there's also the theory that humanity is all that's left after a great filtering of everything or something like that. I cannot remember the exact details of it, though. Would be related to this would make the pruning theoretic phenomenon a little complicated. Wasn't that mentioned in Fate lore as well? Yeah, Velber. I'm pretty sure Velber was... Yeah, I think Velber and the Umbral Star are the great filter in the Fateverse. Pretty sure that is mentioned in Extella. Pretty sure. It's been a while since I played Extella. You gotta be ashamed of yourself. Oh, I'm out of tea. Go make some more, Master. Sure. No, it's depending on others. Also, lectures are way more convincing when you deliver them standing up instead of lounging in bed. And why are you humoring her, Master? Don't just make her tea just because she told you to. Well, at least you can still bark like a good hunting dog. As for me, my job requires me to rest a great deal. It's tiring holding up a bazooka with these scrawny arms, after all. So it's not using it that's tiring, but just holding it. That being said, it does feel as though we're reaching the limits of what we can find just by wandering around aimlessly. Kind of annoys you when people say that Fate lore doesn't make sense. Fate lore doesn't make sense to people outside of the Fate community. You know? Like, exactly, they're just not deep enough into the Fate lore to understand that the only way a version of Surtur who has eaten Fenrir, as well as defeated all the other gods of Ragnarok, could only be defeated by the combined forces of the last remaining Norse god Skadi, who is incarnated into the Celtic Queen of Shadows, Skaha, Napoleon, who wields the power of the Bifrost itself, the mystical dragon slayer Sigurd, and Brynhildr, the Valkyrie. People just don't understand that, you know? It's crazy how little people understand Fate lore. Velbert, oh! I can imagine it, and I hope that brings us Archimedes. Though, with how many Liz's are in our Chaldea, I feel like Archimedes will never show up. Since more bitter shadows keep popping up no matter how many we defeat, there must be some kind of boss out there who's responsible for them. It would be nice if this boss came to us to confess their sins so we didn't have to go looking for them ourselves. Sounds like you have a visitor, Master. Doors open. Hey, if it isn't my favorite Master. Sorry to barge in on you like this. Oh. And I see you two are here with him, Ku and Gil. Would have annihilated Lost Belt 5 with his conceptual advantage. I mean, conceptual advantages only go so far, to be fair. Like, Surtur can have a conceptual advantage against gods all he wants. But considering Zeus had, like, the literal concept of creation on his side, I think Zeus probably would have kicked Surtur's butt, to be fair. Not to mention, I'm pretty sure Surtur would have had to cross through the Chinese Lost Belt first. That would have been an interesting show, though. Didn't know you were such good friends, but I think it's great that you are. Friends are the greatest treasure in the world. Something's up with Jason. Are you feeling okay? Did you maybe eat something weird? Yeah, Jason, you're kind of creeping me out. Ouch, you guys don't hold back, do you? First, we need a galaxy that's survivable so we can start terraformation. The sword that is hard to pronounce. It's not Ig Alma, I think. I don't... Is that... No, Ig Alma is one of the swords in Gil's Gate of Babylon. I don't remember Surtur's sword's name. But that's okay, I get it. Only good friends tease each other like that. By the way, may I ask who your new friend is? Me? I'm Karen, if you must know. Do I know you from somewhere? That's your pickup line? I guess you could call it a classic, if you're being generous. However, while I may be currently serving as the god of love to help save humanity, my faith remains the same, even as a pseudo-servant. Which is to say, the Lord is the only man I need in my life. Now kindly leave. That's not what I... Wait. Okay, so is Jason in the Tiger Coliseum as well? I need to look into this Tiger Coliseum game or something. Because, like, seriously, how does Jason connect? More importantly, you know what time of year it is, right, Master? Of course you do. And this year I've got a real special Valentine for you. Please, take it. I've spent years collecting this rare Heracles memorabilia. Now it's all yours. This is a hint about the event, not a reference. A hint about the event that everybody seems to recognize Karen. Interesting. Testosterone from Heracles memorabilia. I can imagine it being, quite potent. This was the only way I could think of to show you how grateful I am for all you do for me year-round. Thanks, Master. Here's to many more great years together. With you, me, and Heracles all working together, I'm sure we can take back our future. Well, see ya. Yeah, a little creepy. Is he always like that? No, there was something really creepy about him today. I also can't imagine he'd willingly give up his prize collection like this under normal circumstances. So Jason's been brainwashed. Got it. Yikes. Was Jason just here? Eesh, what is it this time? I'm not sure what you or the porch lady's problem is, but you gotta chill. Anyway, yeah, Jason was just here. He left after giving Master a bunch of Heracles merch. That stinks of testosterone. Must have been more effective than I thought. I'd better find him soon. Also, everybody, look. It's the rare Medea story appearance, where she's not being overshadowed by Medea Lily. Be amazed at this. It's the very rare appearance of Medea. Let's take a moment to observe this rare phenomenon. Okay, rare phenomenon. Who's Medea? You just know Medea. Oh, Master, I'd like to talk to you once this is taken care of. That'll be the last time we see her. No. What was that about? I'm intrigued. Let's go after them. I had a feeling you'd say that. Alright, if we must. Come on, you two, cut that out. You can't just go prying into other people's business just because it's fun. He says as he goes to join. Yeah, they do get along. They do get along. Actually, come to think of it, have Gil and Ku... I know in the Fate route that Ku manages to stall Gil for like a whole day or something of just pure Gate of Babylon spin, which is freaking impressive. Let's be honest here. It is impressive that Ku can last a whole day against Gate of Babylon spam. But have they interacted outside of that? I can't think of it. Maybe in one of the other Fate works, but I honestly can't think of any. Can you undo the spell now, Medea? It really hurts having my hands twisted behind my back. Sleep. Whew, he certainly put up a fight, but at least that should take care of that. Now, what are y'all doing here? I was just curious about the bloodbath I was sure we were headed for. Or weren't, as it turns out. That was quite the letdown, wasn't it? Oh, what was all that about, anyway? Oh no, not you two, Master. Well, I guess it's okay. I was planning to talk to you about this anyway. Take a look. This is what Jason was acting so strangely. Is that chocolate? Specifically, it's the illusory chocolate that's all the rage in Chaldea right now, even though it's very hard to get a hold of. And its name is Godlove. Well, that ain't fishy at all. Anyway, after a while of hearing about how amazing the chocolate was, I finally managed to get my hands on some. But as it turns out, it also contains trace amounts of magical energy. I tried to ask the woman selling it about that, but she ran off before I had the chance. The woman selling Godlove. What did this woman look like? I don't know. She was wearing a paper bag over her head. Honestly, I figured it was just more servant verse nonsense. Again, they're just... I love how just casually they drop servant verse nonsense. It's so good. I really hope that, like, we have a proper adventure in the servant verse one time. We really, really do need one. I think the Servant Verse is in the second episode right now, or so. We're gonna get a 1.5 episode interlude with the XIA event here soon. Well, I mean, like, another adventure, Mordred. Yeah, I've kind of been, I've been not paying attention to your guys' conversation just because I've been more focused on the story. Plus, I got lost. Look, you guys were chatting so fast that I couldn't keep up with it either, so... But yeah, we need to see... I need more of the Servant Verse lore. I really, really want to make a big video just based on everything we know about the Servant Verse. Like a timeline and everything. I really, really want to do something like that. No, Mordred, I do know this much. This year's collab is a collab with FGO Arcade. Yep. JP is getting an arcade collab, and a lot of people are hyped, hoping that Tiamat will be coming home. Which I hope for too. I would very much like Tiamat. We're all definitely teased, this sort of thing. Anyway, she might have gotten away, but I still had the chocolate I bought from her. So I decided to examine it more thoroughly. Saber Wars 2 at the end mentions that Space Ishtar, if ever a huge boss appears that you can't handle, I'll come running. So I guess we haven't encountered some... How does Spishtar know that if we can't handle something? Also, well, I know Spishtar is a galaxy. Abby is an outer god attendant, and she couldn't even interfere with the Lost Belts. And of course, XA has the Infinity Gauntlet, so, you know, then there's that. What are the odds of someone becoming a heroic spirit in 2023? There are, like, no chance. The only kind of person in modern times that might have a chance of becoming a heroic spirit, Andy, that is not a celebrity, would be, like, a super assassin or killer or something. Just because, yeah, essentially, you'd have to be... That's the thing about heroes, though. I feel like it's been a topic mentioned in FGO, or maybe it was in a fanfic or something, but, like, so many of the heroic spirits and heroes, like, they have such high body counts. It's ridiculous. Yeah, you would be an... No, Andy, it wouldn't be something like that. Like, it's not infamy. You would need a level of mystery as well. King, he is very well known. There's no mystery. He tries to, in his own country, paint an illusion of mystery by his father being a born to, or I don't know. They have some really weird, like, religion cult thing going on there around that family, but you would need a lot of mystery. You would need to have an incredibly high body count, be incredibly well known under a certain name, but also, like, have nobody know who you actually are, as well as, essentially how you do what you do. He's not really modern, though. He's kind of fallen off in the modern day and age as well. Exactly, you need a star who has a long lifespan and doesn't burn too fast. You need somebody that, essentially, I mean, even a concept, like the idea of the assassin, Hassan-i Sabah, the old man of the mountain, that is a name that passed down the line, you know? Exactly, long, complicated process if you... Yeah. It would be very difficult. Unless you... Now, there is a great exception. A great exception would be if you somehow manage to invent and harness a way for, like, nuclear fusion to be handheld, then that has a very high chance of you becoming a heroic spirit. Because if Nikola Tesla, the father of electricity, can be one, then somebody who is, like, the father of atomic energy or something along those lines could probably be one as well. So I found out that it definitely has some kind of effect on whoever eats it, but I still didn't know exactly what that effect is. So that was when Jason happened by. We used him as a guinea pig, huh? After that, well, you all know what happened next. Jason turned into a weirdly nice version of himself. Hang on. You're telling me this chocolate has the power to change people's personalities. So that's what's been going on here. That explains why all those other servants were acting so much friendlier than usual. Well, in that case, there is a part of me that wouldn't mind just leaving him like this. Exactly, they need to essentially be pioneers of the stars. Time travel is tricky, Andy. Right now, time travel, as a theoretical concept, you can only move forwards in time. Like, and you would need to travel incredibly fast, incredibly far away from the Earth, and then incredibly fast back to the Earth. And you would technically travel forwards in time. You know? But seeing this be this nice is actually trying to be sort of creepy, right? How wonderful. Finding forgiveness in your heart for someone, even for someone who has hurt you over and over. Now that is true neighborly agape. I'd love to see it. That said, it would have certainly been more fun to watch if she'd been willing to sling a little more mud. What do you think this is? My life is some kind of reality TV show? Oh gosh, did you just read my mind? It's a little embarrassing to have my private thoughts revealed, but I suppose I shouldn't be surprised against how you're made from the Age of Gods. I mean, it depends on your definition of time travel, really, Ouroboros. It really depends on your definition of time travel. No, Goetia was just trying to gather enough energy to make the journey. True time travel would take a lot of energy, and that's what Goetia was trying to do by incinerating all of human history to use the flames to fuel his journey. I remember that. But time travel is, See, the thing is, though, Andy, is they didn't obtain fame until after their death more often than not. You know? It's really hard to become a heroic spirit, and even in the modern day, unless you have something like Pioneer of the Stars, H.P. Lovecraft is... I'm pretty sure his estate has a lockdown on his name. I'm pretty sure H.P. Lovecraft is pretty much locked down as far as his name, but it is heavily implied that the man from the Salem Singularity who takes Abby away for training is him. That is very heavily implied. I must say, true mystics really are a wonder to behold. You'll have to teach me your magical telepathy secrets sometimes. What are you talking about? You are blabbing your private thoughts for all to hear. I get it. Sometimes you can't help but want to point out the sheer craziness in the things she says. Telling you about it, half the time I can't even tell whether she's joking. I'll say, I don't know who the hell you are, but you've got a lot of nerve talking to me like you think you know anything about. Do I know you from somewhere? I couldn't tell you. My name is Karen C. Hortensia, but please, call me Karen. I'm also serving as a vessel for the divine spirit Amor. That's Amor, not Amor. Amor, as in Eros. Oh my, that was frightening. Why are you attacking me? I suppose you have some history with the god of love. You bet I do. Do you have any idea how much you messed up my life? Never imagined I get a chance to take my revenge on you here. You better believe I won't let this pass by me now. Oh no. Well, strictly speaking, it was Eros and Aphrodite who did it, not me. Aphrodite, she's one of the major Greek gods, right? If I remember hearing, she has strong ties to Eros as well. Very long time ago, back when the Earth was still awash in mystics. Aphrodite with Eros has helped bewitch gods and humans alike. Of the many such schemes she came up with, one of them was named something like make Queen Medea fall head over heels for Jason. I trust you can see where this is going now. Eros under orders helped Jason obtain the Golden Fleece. Knocked an arrow filled with Aphrodite's blessings and curses on his prized bow. And boom, it just worked. Don't you talk about the worst time of my life like it's some damn infomercial. Did you just jump into her line of fire? Yes, but I didn't have a choice. Eros' crimes are mine to bear as well, you see. So even though being punished definitely isn't my thing, not at all, I have to take it all the same. So you're at least aware of what you did, pseudo-servant or not. Oh, that's right, Eros. If it wasn't for that damn arrow of yours, my whole life could have been completely different. Uh-oh. Crap, that's better shadow magical energy. It looks like it's attracted to Media's anger. My, how terrible. Now the bitter shadows have got Media too. Oopsies. Oh, you can pretend to be worried here, Karen. Well, I guess it just goes to show what happens when you let anger take the wheel. Alright, everyone, you're up. Now that Media is unconscious, you need to stop her before she goes through a wild rampage throughout. I'm still perfectly conscious, thank you very much. I'm a wish from the Age of Gods, remember? This is nowhere near too much magical energy for me to control. In fact, this is perfect. I'm going to use all this new power now at my command. Take you with a spell powerful enough to blow all of Chaldea away. Can you not, please? Hey, whose side should we take here? Don't ask me. Besides, I don't think it's our place to say anything, since it's not really any of our business. And on that note, I just remembered some urgent business of my own, so if you'll excuse me... Oh no, you don't. You're not leaving me to deal with this thing. Oh, hello. Interesting. Media Solo. This could be interesting. Alright, what does Media have? Mana diversion at the end of turn, increase overcharge using NP. Let's divine words. And let's just start stabbing. Andy, you would need to essentially do a one-man voyage and discover something really... You would need to make a huge discovery for that to qualify you. It would need to be a one-man voyage, and you would need to make a grand discovery. Excuse me. Okay, that was a hilarious skill animation or attack animation. Just fall flat on the face. That was good. Do that. You'd think you'd get the Pioneer stars from that anyway. Possibly. I mean, really, it's hard to become a heroic spirit in the modern day and age, but it's also potentially very easy as well. I mean, like, another potential way you could theoretically become a heroic spirit would be if you were to, like, you would essentially need to save humanity to some degree. And have it be known that you were the one that saved humanity. Like, if an asteroid were to plummet to Earth and you were to sacrifice your life to stop said asteroid, then you have a good chance of becoming a heroic spirit. Also, I think that single crit that I took is gonna screw me. Yep, the crits got me killed. I lost due to crits. RIP. Let's try this again. Like I said, there are a few ways, but they are not easy. And yes, Mordred, that is also a very real way to do so, you know, but honestly, ethically, that is probably one of the worst ways. It needs to be... It's not just save people. You need to do it on a grand scale, is the thing. All of these things are on the most grand of scales possible. Would essentially be required. I mean, maybe, very technically, you would though. You really would. You would still need to do it on a grand scale there. Just being mysterious isn't enough. I mean, there's... But the thing is, though, is that was at a time when mystery had more prevalence than fact. Exactly. What he said. Let's see. That. Well, the thing is, though, Andy, is they also have stories and the like written. It's complicated. It's really, really complicated. Like, honestly, there's a good chance that if the Zodiac Killer thing never gets solved, I mean, it likely wouldn't be ever made a servant by fate, but there is a good chance that if this sort of system existed, that the Zodiac Killer would be one. You know? Oh no! Karen! Well, I do feel a little better now. Really, I'm surprised. I didn't think you would be satisfied until you tore 5, maybe 6 limbs off me? I'm pretty sure you only have 4. Just when I thought she went down like a punk, she springs back up like nothing happened. Seriously, what is her deal? I could tear every one of you limb from limb, and I doubt that goddess would so much as bat an eye. I don't know what you're up to here, but I'm not about to waste any more of my time on a doll. So let's just say this trip down memory lane is over now, shall we? Media? Don't look at me like that, Master. As I just said, I won't get in your way any longer, but I'm not going to help you either. You're gonna have to deal with this mess yourselves. Here's the chocolate I told you about. I suggest you give it to Da Vinci so she can take a closer look at it. Just don't worry about Jason lying here on the floor there. I'll take care of him. Thank you, Mentor? Okay, let's go with Mentor. That reminds me, do you think you still have a few too many mentors these days? It wouldn't kill you to show me just a little more way in deference, you know? You are well aware? Yeah, we do have a lot of mentors. Old man is still alive, but he has nuke skills without becoming... Zelrich is a case in and of himself. Zelrich very technically is a multiversal level being, if my memory serves Ouroboros. Zelrich is technically multiversal. Well, I never did figure out what that was all about, but at least we've got some of this illusory chocolate now. Think this stuff's got some connection to the Bitter Shadows? I don't know, but it's definitely worth looking into either way. Shall we go pay Da Vinci a visit, Master? I mean, there's nothing saying she isn't a spirit. She just might not be, you know... There's a lot of people, and the thing you have to understand is there's a very limited amount of, like, say in who can be said is a heroic spirit, realistically enough. I mean... just... it's hard to say. I'm trying to think of the best way to put it. I mean, it's not even that, Mordred. It's... the main reason, Andy, that she's not a spirit, like, there's a very real possibility that in the Type Moonverse, in the Nasu-verse, she could very well be a heroic spirit. Not a good heroic spirit, mind you, but there is the possibility there. But the thing is that Type Moon hasn't decided to, you know, come out and say, yes, she is a heroic spirit. Like, the possibility is certainly there. Type Moon just hasn't come out and said, yes, this person is a heroic spirit. You know? I mean, I'm pretty sure we got confirmation that Baba Yaga is, in fact, a heroic spirit. Because I'm pretty sure Baba Yaga is featuring in Fate Last... is it Fate Lost and Higher? I think, is the new one that's coming out. Baba Yaga, I'm pretty sure, has been confirmed, Andy, in the new Fate light novel that is coming out. That's based on, like, Siegfried's children, I want to say. Fate Lost and Higher. Thank you, Ouroboros. But yes, let's visit Da Vinci. I wonder what's going to happen now. Shing. Sparkle, sparkle. And that does unlock the Sweet Love one, which is the best silver farming location. I'm not going to do those anymore. We've been getting a little distracted here. So let's do section 6, Finding Hortensia. Looks like it is an archer, so we will bring the man, the myth, the legend, Kukulon along for the ride. And we'll have Scotty come along. Alright, this is not my coup, so I can't give you that. In that case, we'll do a little something like this. Into... me still needing to clear that out. Into that. Into that. Nope, can't do that. Darn. Just that then. And that. Can I do that now? There we go. Alright, this should be fine. Part 3 of FGO is already confirmed. Yeah, don't say anything to spoil. Literally nothing is written yet. It's just confirmed. I mean, I'm pretty sure Part 3 was confirmed a while ago. I vaguely remember reading about an interview with Nasu where he said that Part 3 would be happening. And I mean, let's be honest, FGO is a massive moneymaker. So, like... honestly, I'm gonna speculate here. I'm gonna speculate before I start reading this section of the story. My speculation is that, so from what I know of the Lost Belts, our texture of reality has been completely wiped off the map. So what my speculation is I remember Rongo Miniad is just one of the pillars of reality, like one of the pillars that holds together the textures of reality. So my theory is Part 3 will have us journeying to all the other pillars and having to use them to restore humanity, you know, by conquering all these pillars or something like that. That is, we have to find all the other pillars of the world, and I have no idea what they could be, to be honest, but that's my theory. That's my theory. Alright, I've got it mostly figured out now. That was indeed fast. That chocolate meddy I gave you was the key to cracking this whole case. So here's the deal. This chocolate contains a spell that makes any servant who eats one... Yes. Feel really, really happy. What are you, drunk? And yes, I mean you, not the servants who eat the chocolate. I can see why you'd think that, but no, I'm not. Just hear me out. You know how eating something yummy can make you feel real good? It's basically a mild state of euphoria, right? Well, when a servant eats this chocolate, that state is heightened considerably. I guess they probably become very easygoing and content. That by itself isn't a problem, of course. I mean, you like having a drink after a day's work too, right? Well, yeah, I definitely enjoy fighting, but sometimes the thing I look forward to most is the victory drink after. Exactly. No matter what culture or environment, we all feel revitalized by a good meal. Anyway, this chocolate is kind of... That's some improper grammar. Brushing teeth and stealing my food. Interesting. So this chocolate is the kind that... This chocolate... I don't even know what the proper grammar here should be. I think the is just needs to be dropped. This chocolate kind of turns the concept to a lot. Yeah, so is just needs to be dropped there. But in addition to its euphoric effects, we also now know what causes the servant spirit core to give off an unusual kind of magical energy. Magic energy, so then is that... Yep, it matches the data from our analysis perfectly. That very magical energy the chocolate induces is what's responsible for these bitter shadows spawning in Chaldea. I see, Karen said something was drawing the bitter shadows here. But in fact, they spawn from servants who ate this god-love chocolate without the servants realizing. Do I have that right? You gotta be kidding me, so you're telling me that the chocolate didn't so much as have something to do with all this, as it was the cause of the whole thing? Looks that way. Anyway, now that we know, we should probably try to stop anyone else from reading it. Yep, I agree. Which means we need to find the mysterious paper bag woman selling it as soon as possible. Yeah, where oh where do we need to look? We should know that soon too. We've been detecting intermittent power losses in Chaldea over the last few days, but they were so minor we couldn't tell where they were occurring. But today all of a sudden we're seeing a lot more power being consumed. Power here is also what's supplying us with magical energy, right? And now you're saying it's being used for something else. If the electricity here is tied to magical energy, that pretty much clinches it. Someone must be using it to make that chocolate. The only question is, where's the stolen power being sent? We should hopefully know soon. I'm having Mash run a trace on it even as we speak. How's it going, Mash? Find anything yet? Yes, I've been checking each of the energy supply lines one by one. I found where the power is being siphoned off. It's the unoccupied staff room at the end of the western corridor in Section B. It didn't look like there was anything out of the ordinary there on security camera. When I looked at it with Shiva, it said the room's interior was impossible to measure. I see, then, like Gil said, that pretty much clinches it. Alright, nice work, Missy. All we gotta do now is sneak in there, capture this paper bag woman, and shut down her illicit chocolate operation. By the way... What is it, Master? Come on, let's get going. Anyone seen Karen? Now that you mention it, I haven't seen her since we got here. She's probably just wandering around because she couldn't keep up with this technical talk. She's harder to pin down than a jellyfish at high tide. Everyone take a look at the monitor. This is the security video from the corridor in question. It was Karen all along. That's good. I like how they have it so the hair doesn't clip out of the paper bag, at least. The paper bag woman? Wait, hang on, that's obviously Karen. You probably should have seen this coming. I've got a feeling we're in for another unpleasant twist this year. Anyway, I hate to ask, but would you mind heading down there and just putting an end to this whole thing already? Yep. Oh no, even Senpai's got so fed up he's sounding like he's ready to shirk his responsibilities. Alright, now that we finish our analysis, you can go with him, Nash. In fact, at this point, you're my only hope. Try to get the others up to shape, will you? Okay, I'll try. I mean, understood, rest assured. I'll do everything I can to help Senpai solve this case. Nash was sounding kind of apathetic there, too. Alright, it's just past this corridor. At least we haven't run into any trouble so far. Just don't let your guard down now that we're almost to her base. I wouldn't be all surprised if she set up a trap or 10, or 20 to surprise us. Something on your mind, Mash? Well, I was just thinking how we still don't know why Karen came here in the first place. What could her goal be in spreading that chocolate around Chaldea? Making and selling chocolate. Probably the making and selling, more so the selling. Good question. All I know for sure is she was serious about getting rid of the bitter shadows. She wasn't interested in that god love stuff either. Gotta say, it doesn't seem to add up. I only spoke with her for a short while, but she really did seem to be acting with good intentions. She wasn't lying when she said she was going to protect Chaldea either. Yeah, she does have a saint-like quality to her, doesn't she? That said, just because someone isn't lying doesn't necessarily mean they're a good person. Be careful, everyone. Someone's waiting for us at the door at the end of the hallway. Is that? Karen. Nope. It's me. What are you doing here? Oh, I see. Artemis. May I ask why you're here? That's an excellent question, Mash. As for the answer, I'm here because it's my job to prevent any rapscallions from going past this point. I'm a bodyguard. You've teamed up with Karen, then. I don't know if I call it teaming up, per se. Let's just say I had my reasons for making a deal with her. A deal? What kind of leverage could Karen have to make Artemis of all servants agree to a deal? I'm pretty sure I know. Come on, that's an easy one. It's gotta be about the bear guy. Let me guess, you fed him some of that chocolate to make him a nice bear you always wanted. I'll have you know, my darling has always been nice. Lancer with dulcet voice. Go on, darling, show everyone how you're just as great as you always are. Me am Orion. Me am strong, kind. Me am brave, dashing. Me love Artemis. Me love Artemis. No more cheat. He's brain mashed. I mean, washed. All of Orion's well nature gone without a trace. This is horrible. I can't even look at him. So this is what it's like when someone messes with your love to suit their agenda. Goddamn, I didn't realize how terrifying and worse power was till now. Personally, Master, I don't care at all about what Amora is trying to do. What Amora is trying to do? It's great that she has lofty ideals and all, but all I want is her darling to have eyes just for me. Really, that's all. That's my one humble wish. Yeah, humble is one way to put it. But Artemis, you and Orion are, well, I guess I thought you two had an unbreakable bond even if you couldn't always see it. But can you really tell me your love for each other when he's effectively brainwashed? Can you really be happy with that? Absolutely. Yikes, didn't hesitate for a second. I'm a goddess after all. My love is very different from ordinary humans. I swear there are no goddesses out there with their heads screwed on straight. More's just beyond this door, but I'm not gonna let you pass. If you insist on going in there, even if it means tearing Darling and me apart, then we'll face you with the might of our combined love. Me love Artemis. Me love Artemis. Looks like I'll have to defeat her before we can progress any further. Alright then, let's get this over with. Hang in there, bear guy. Don't worry. I'm gonna set you free. If you could tell us how he really felt, I'm sure he'd be begging us to kill him and put him out of his misery. Let's try not to kill him if we can help it, please. Yeah, Killy no good. Killy bad. Killy not good at all. Orion protect Artemis. Signal guts. A little annoying, but should be fine. Hardly on. Alright, Ku. You ready to go, Ku? Boop, boop. Depends on what food you're talking about. It certainly depends on what food you're talking about. Damn, Ku. Ku nearly risked Orion. I mean, Artemis. She's Artemis, not Orion. Oh, well, you see, the thing is I ate, like, 3.5 hours ago, so, yeah. You don't want that food right now. That's the most I'm gonna say on the matter. You do not want that food right now. That wasn't too bad. You take that as a challenge. Well, you might want to start checking the sewers, is all I'll say. No, you beat me! We did it! Oh well, I guess I shouldn't be surprised, what with darling me a little out of it. You bounced back already. Anyway, that fulfills the terms of our contract, so I don't care about what happens next. You can go right ahead if you want. You're certainly a good sport about losing, aren't you? At any rate, there's something stopping us from investigating the secret room. Why would extracting my blood get you anything? Wonderful, I'm glad to see you're so determined. Here, let me give you a little advice before you go. I know you all probably think of more as more than a few screws loose. That's rich coming from you. Yeah, she's throwing stones in a glass house, but she's definitely a god, with all that entails. So whatever you do, try not to let her set the terms of your battle, no matter what she might show you. Oh, thank you, Artemis. Alright, I'm off. Good luck. Wait, Artemis. Wait. I mean, it takes a long time for that kind of stuff to happen, though. Blood cells have a lifespan of about 120 days. At which point, your bone marrow creates more. I see, your eye hasn't gotten any better yet. Assuming it's Karen's power making him like that. Maybe you'll go back to normal once this is all resolved. Presumably. Alright, this is it. You ready, Master? I'm ready. All good here. Come on then, everyone, it's time to stop caring. Ooh, interesting lab. Smell of chocolate is almost overpowering. I think we can be pretty sure this is our problem factory. Welcome to my chocolate factory. By the way, do I still have that sign for that package, or can you just leave it by the door? We're not delivery people. Oh, Karen. Your blood mainly transports oxygen and carbon dioxide, Mordred. That's all your blood really transports. I mean, I guess hormones hitch a ride with your blood, but that's kind of it. What was this one called? God Saves Chaldea, 24-hour complete coverage. Carbon dioxide. The end result from oxygen. A ruler, huh? Well, I would like to go with Ku here. I think I'm going to have to do a little bit of shenanigans here. No, it's not! I'm almost positive that's not the case, man. Where's Shelter? Shelter with a scope, because this is rulers, clearly. And we can drop that CE. And the CE. Nope, the CE. And you know what? Let's just switch into waiver. There we go. Can I get away with that? No. Okay. Hey, Draconic, welcome to the stream. How be things? Welcome to my chocolate factory. You're right on time, Amazonist delivery. I appreciate your punctuality. Sorry I rushed your bag, but we're not here to deliver any packages. Give it up, Karen. Amor, we know what you've been up to. You've got some nerve lying to Soul's face this whole time. Karen. I figured there was a 50-50 chance you were behind this, but the circumstantial evidence seemed to leave little room for doubt. You were the mastermind behind this whole incident, weren't you? Mastermind, so you're not from Amazonas. Then may I ask what brings ordinary people like yourselves to this hell? Pardon me, just a little fraudulent slip. What I mean to say is, what brings you to this remote neck of the woods? Our facilities? There's nothing to see here besides our little chocolate factory. Oh wait, are you here for a tour? You really should have called ahead and made an appointment. Still, it would be lovely to show our work environment. And if you take what you see here and spread it around Chaldea as an example of the joys of hard work, that would be even better. Gotta love that. The expression just drawn onto the paper bag. Oh, but first let me bring you some pamphlets and tea, unless you prefer mineral water. No, tea's fine. Yeah, just when I thought things couldn't get any weirder. Okay, what the actual hell? She looks suspicious as hell, but she doesn't seem dangerous at all. You saw a cosplay of the paper bag with a face drawn on it. You saw someone cosplay as Karen with the paper bag, or somebody as the paper bag. That's true. This doesn't change the fact that she's appropriating Chaldea's facilities, but it also doesn't seem like she's using them for anything besides making chocolate. Oh, there you are, everyone. I wondered where you went. What? Another Karen? What in the world's going on? Where do I begin? Well, you all started talking about technical stuff right after we got to the command room. And since it was boring and I didn't care anyway, I decided to go looking for more bitter shadows on my own. As Karen with the paper bag. I would love to see that cosplay if you have a picture of it. Well, don't worry about the God Bazooka fees. I kept a close tally of every shell I fired. Anyway, after I had my fill of blowing up theirs for a while, I decided to come back here out to my own room. Now, can I ask you what you're all doing in my Chaldea Domination headquarters? This is supposed to be my secret place. It's embarrassing. Have you all just barged in here? Hold on, please. Did you just say Chaldea Domination headquarters? I did. What about it? Welcome back, Lady Karen. You'll be pleased to know that Godlove production is going smoothly. And that's not all. It's drummed up so much interest that I've increased our production by that these people came by for a factory tour. Now I see. You screwed up again, didn't you, Eros? You incompetent drone. You useless remains addled twit. You led Chaldea right to us thanks to all that extra magical energy you used to increase production. But weren't you the one you said you wanted to increase production 20-fold starting today? Okay, so sadomasochism. It works great if you can clone yourself, doesn't it? If you can clone yourself, sadomasochism is incredibly good, I guess. What in the world? There's another Karen. Hey, tell us what the hell's going on here. They're both enjoying this. Do you even hear me? That's enough, Karen. As far as Eros is concerned, that's a reward, not a punishment. Oh boy. That's not true. Even as he's speaking during this excruciating humiliation is helping me train my mind. Now there's 3 of them. What is going on here? Not to mention, isn't Eros... Yeah, exactly. Like I told you before, Mor and Eros are the Roman Greek names for the same mythological god. So all the 3 servants you're seeing there all might be from different mythologies. They're all also a Mor. That's right, I'm Eros, and I'm a Mor. I don't recall giving you permission to introduce yourselves, but alright. I'm Karen C. Hortensia, the one who's been working with all of you this whole time. The C stands for Cupid. Together, we are the triple goddesses of love. Where the hell did that come from? Just kidding. There, 3 times as irritating. Well, she certainly wouldn't be the first Heroic Spirit to have different legends derived from different cultures. So I guess in this case, 3 different versions of her must have all manifested simultaneously as 3 separate gods. No way, that can't be right. Their names might be different, but their origins are way too similar for something like that to ever happen. Besides, it shouldn't even be possible for so many different versions to be summoned separately, like... No, wait, hang on. Yes, Da Vinci. Analyzing. I knew it. Eros and Amor there aren't servants at all. They're not. But how can that be? We can see them right there. I know. But they're actually familiars with pseudo-spirit origins made to be exactly like the original. Kira must have used the inherent ambiguity of her god's mythology to give each of them their own name. And reinforce their pseudo-spirit origins so they'd have the same degree of existential strength as her. That's right, they're slaves to take advantage of my divinity's ambiguity to act as my vessels. I'm going to explain it, but you've taken care of that for me. I suppose I should have known a brilliant, beautiful genius like yourself would figure it out eventually. Flattery will get you nowhere. I have more questions. For one thing, what exactly does that chocolate do? Besides make anyone who eats it feel euphoric, I mean. Good question. Let me see. People have a bunch of emotions that get in the way of attaining true happiness, right? Pride, wrath, envy, sloth, greed, gluttony, lust. Those aren't necessarily emotions. That's right, everyone's favorite sins. Well, God love represses those sorts of excess emotions, and gives people peace of mind by filling their newly freed souls with love. Whoa, whoa, hang on, that sounds all sorts of messed up. Does that sound like straight up brainwashing to anyone else? But there has to be more to it. I mean, we all still care and help us defeat the bitter shadows to protect Valentine's Day. Oh, Karen, did you do all that to help the exhausted servants recuperate? Is that what this is all about? No, getting rid of the bitter shadows was just aftercare. You see, God love has some unfortunate side effects. The bitter shadows. So the magical energy the bitter shadows are comprised of is actually... Yep, it must be the thoughts and feelings her chocolate repressed is leaking out from their hosts. Aftercare is grosser than you realize. Don't look it up. I didn't plan on it. Thank you, Ouroboros. Also, you guys are talking about a challenge quest, and I am interested. I shouldn't be too far off from getting there. Right, that's why you can't eliminate them with violence, and especially not with lust. The only way is to purify them with agape before eradicating them. That's the nature of my aftercare. Well, now do you understand? The only problem with it is as long as people remain people, they'll never be rid of negative emotions completely. Which means that the magical energy they're leaking will eventually spread through all of Chaldea, until the whole place is basically overrun with bitter shadows. I swear that God love stuff should never be brought to market. But we make it with painstaking care. It shouldn't have any adverse effects on anyone's health. And our aftercare regimen is flawless. God love is perfectly safe, and starting today we'll be distributing it for free. Are you freaking kidding me? After all the work you made us do, you're just gonna give that crap out for free? Yes, and it's all thanks to you. With all of you gathering bazooka materials and me using them to destroy the bitter shadows, we've been able to keep Valentine's Day sweet and peaceful for everyone. I call that a win-win, don't you? What are the fate of the 7 deadly sins in the Nasuverse, Ouroboros? I see. Don't let her fool you, Mash. The only reason the bitter shadows showed up and ruined Valentine's Day in the first place is because of this harebrained scheme of hers. Heck, I wouldn't be surprised if she'd known all about the bitter shadows from the start. Why, are you saying I knowingly sold defective products to my customers? In the Nasuverse, that actually happened. I was unaware of that, Ouroboros. Please, elaborate. Okay, I did, but still. Originally, I thought I could handle any incidental messes on my own. But all their negative thoughts and feelings turned out to be much stronger than I expected. All I can say is, it seems Chaldea's working environment leaves a lot to be desired. Yeah, not much room to talk given how you treat your employees there. Or are you sure you want to say that when you still haven't tasted my whip for yourself? At any rate, I should have known you'd do something like this, Gilgamesh. It's clear everyone here distrusts me now, and it's all thanks to you. Why, before you said that, Kukulon there trusted me so much, he would have given me the shirt off of his back. The hell you say? I haven't trusted you for 1 second of this mess, which, lest we forget, you made. It's true, all I said was you were definitely up to something the first time you showed up, too. Which reminds me of more, what is it you're really up to here, anyway? Oh my, how terrible. I have no idea that's how you've been seeing me all this time. And after I've been showering you with all this love, too. You mean your agape? Nope, not buying that selfless love routine. Anything that spreads itself thin enough to reach anyone and everyone may as well not even exist at all. That was a pretty cutting remark coming from a mongrel. Still, mutual understanding was never one of my goals, so you're welcome to argue till you're blue in the face. The Lord's love is given freely while asking nothing in return. So thoroughly that their combined power is only equal to Beast the Third left depravity, they are effectively forced to retreat within depravity. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I didn't realize that was the case. I do wonder if we're going to get the other half of Beast the Third. Because we have Kama, but we don't have the other half. Yep, we completely lack the other half of Beast the Third. It is the ultimate gospel that illuminates the world, blankets the whole earth, and brings salvation to all people. So by mass-producing delicious and nutritious God love, I'll use love to bring salvation to everyone at Chaldea and eventually all of humanity. That is my plan. And one more, God of love, I have a purpose to fulfill, so if you mean to interfere with that... Yeah, we mean to interfere. And how deplorable. How delectable. Oops, I mean deplorable. Well said. Oh, but now you, Eros. I'll have to give you another 100 lashes later. But yes, this is truly a pity. What a shame we were evidently destined to fight after all. What a crock. You don't look sad about this at all. You look positively eager. But nonetheless, this is a trial the Lord has set before me. Then this struggle is the glory. Kukulkan, Gilgamesh, Meshiri, Master of Chaldea. Defeating you will help me grow even more as an affinity. So that's just what I'm going to do. After that, it won't be long before you see me dominate the world with love. Now she's even starting to sound like the final boss. Come on, Soul, let's finish her off. You know, I can't remember anything about it, but I'm sure I know her from somewhere. And what's more, I can tell she's exactly like this back then, too. So maybe it really is fate that I get to help you stop her. By the time we're done with you, you're gonna wish you never had heard the word plan. You know, Kukulkan is getting a lot more worked up than usual. Alright guys, this is it. I'm counting on you to defeat Karen and stop her from making or distributing any more god love. We'll never be able to get anything else done around here if she succeeds. Roger, roger. Very well then, if that's how you want to play this. My goddess sisters and I will just show you our true power. Goddesses, let's go. Of course he would be savior. I'm pretty sure that any major religious figures are locked into the savior class. Yep. Interesting battle. I should have brought Dante's, I think. Should have brought Dante's. Let's see. Increase MP damage and immunity to mental debuffs for all allies when on the field. Defense for all allies. Crit damage for all allies. So... let's see. Let's start off with a Shelter Smash. She who will not be named can be placed there as well. I don't think so with She Who Shall Not Be Named. Because I do not know who She Who Shall Not Be Named is. I erased the identity of She Who Shall Not Be Named from my memory whenever I get the chance. Okay. Okay, that was a turn. Well, this is fine. We have NP. Not gonna be that effective, but it is what it is. Well, I shall not acknowledge She Who Shall Not Be Named. She Who Shall Not Be Named shall not be acknowledged as a beast by me. There is no second half to Beast the Third out just yet. We are still waiting for the second half of Beast the Third to arise. As well as the other 4 parts of Beast the Sixth. And Beast the Fifth, now that I think about it. Because Foe is... Foe is Beast the Fourth. Or he was Beast the Fourth. Beast the Sixth is the multi-headed dragon of Revelation. Nero Draco. We also don't know Beast the Seventh, although that... I mean, it could be, the alien god, like was shown in Lost Belt. She had the Beast class signature, I think it was. There's 4 other parts to Beast the Sixth. Eek. I like the little devil horns that one had. We won! Serves you right for all that stuff I don't remember. You know, I think I feel just a tiny bit better now. Karen, now would you be willing to shut down your factory and call off your plan? If possible, we'd also like you to tell us how to counteract the god love effects. You must have very low opinion of me indeed if you think you've won already. Seeing as you can Apparently can't even say that. I'd say we won. Come on, just give it a rest already. You lost, alright? What more do you think you can do now? Besides, it's not like you killed anyone. You can still get off easy if you just behave yourself. No, Kukulon. You should never stop, not until you reach your goal and are satisfied. You're the one who told me that. Really? I actually said something that corny. No, not really. What the hell's your problem? You're wide open. Now's our chance. Eros no more. Release your pseudo-spirit origins. Return the portions of your power I shared with you. Goddess Fusion. Now's the time to show you our true goddess power. You can't do a fusion dance with 3 people, though, Karen. Master, look over there. Now there's 1 Karen instead of 3. I am the avatar of Valentine's Day. I am the guardian of pure-hearted lovers. I am the true face of the god of love. Behold, I am God Karen. God Karen, huh? She's the goddamn devil. Oh, she did have a little devil motif, didn't she? I didn't even really realize that. Amore Mio is the name of this section. Mio. Don't let Anne know Mio is here. Ouroboros. Behold, the goddess of judgment has descended upon you all, along with the crackling love and bone-roasting flames. My name is God Karen. I hope I can count on your support. Mio. Now she's talking like an idol. It's Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Standard JRPG stuff. Well, everyone, what do you think of my true form? Or is it so divinely dazzling you can't even bear to look at it? It certainly does an excellent job showing your true devilish nature. So even with all the power of God of Love, you still look like the goddamn devil, huh? What the hell did your parents do to you when you were growing up? I suppose old-fashioned heroic spirits like yourselves can't see true divinity even when it's right in front of their faces. Oh well, your opinions were never important to me anyway. It's the people from the same day and age as myself think that truly matters. So, Mashin Soul, what do you think of the spirit origin? What's with the horns? Have you had your eyes checked recently? Because it should be obvious those aren't horns. They're chocolates. Oh, well that explains it. Anyway, I was a little nervous about taking this form since I've never done it before. But now my body's so hot it's burning up, and I feel so much freer. It's as though I've been loose from all the restraints of reason, or like I'm singing hymns beneath a clear blue sky. Anyway, I'm sorry for disappointing you before. But rest assured, I'm much more powerful now. So shall we pick up where we left off? Now that you're done warming up with the tutorial, are you brave enough to accept a truly challenging quest? Oh, this doesn't look good. Karen is projecting the aura of one of those broken characters who the rules don't apply to. It's about 3 times more powerful than any of the 3 Karens we just fought. What should we do, Master? Makes sense since it's all 3 in 1 now. True. Believe me, I wish we could just walk away and be done with this whole mess. But that wouldn't be fair to the previous people. The people who've been looking forward to a normal Valentine's Day. So no more going around peddling your god-love garbage. And agreed. Regardless of how it began, these days Valentine's Day is all about people and how they feel about each other. So the fact that you've been going around just giving your love away for free, well, it's not a good look. Gosh, being rejected en masse is tougher than I thought. But luckily, I like that sort of thing, too. There's nothing a little playing hard to get makes love burn even hotter. In fact, when I think about how I'll get to use the power of love to stomp all over your stupid faces, shining with bravery and camaraderie, it makes me... Let's just say it makes my being someone completely worthwhile. What could be better than this? Okay, Karen, we need the stick here. Does anybody have the horny stick? Anybody? I need to bonk somebody with it. Crap, I've seen this kind of holier-than-thou type before, and you don't want them running away around doing whatever the hell they want. Alright, Master, let's do this thing. However we ended up here now, we now know for damn sure that all of Chaldea is at stake in this fight. Indeed, looks like that. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, we'll bring Ku along. I think, though, that at this point, I think at this point, it's ironic to bring my own Karen to the fight, even if she is just going to be support. But I do think at this point, we just need to, put her down. You refuse to bonk anyone because of the horn. Why is that? Out of curiosity. She's clearly got it way bad. Two bars. This should be easy enough. Selfless Love. What does that do? Applies Selfless Love, it's treated as a debuff. Increase defense and mental debuff immunities against enemies in the Selfless Love state. I'm sure we'll be fine. Unless it's a really big boost, I think we'll be fine here. Okay, it was pretty decent actually. Does she only have one attack a turn? Out of principle. Fair. Completely fair. Now you drown in the power of love. Even more selfless love is applied. Yeah, she's not that challenging. I'm ready for the other shoe to drop here, Karen. I am ready for the other shoe to drop here. At this point. Well, she's not going to be charging up for long. I mean, she's done already. There's not much charging left to do. Oh, another ruler fight. Unless this is what you meant by charging up. Split back into 3. Yeah, that was surprisingly easy. Yeah, about that. I didn't say anything sooner because I didn't want to rain on your parade, but even with all the extra magical energy, Amora's spirit origin is still just human-sized, so that limited her output, huh? Guess it doesn't matter how much magic energy you have if it's bottlenecked. Honestly, the fact that there was only one of her this time made the fight even easier in some ways. I can't believe we lost in Valentine's Day of all days. It should have been the perfect venue for us. I see now that we should have expected this. While we did have more than enough power, that form was essentially the equivalent of a single bite-sized piece of courtesy chocolate. Huh? What do you mean by that, Lady Karen? I mean that the power of love reserved for a commercial event like Valentine's Day can only go so far. True, I wasn't quite able to get past that myself. Eros was the only one of us taking it seriously. Hey! Besides, weren't you just saying something about the power of Valentine's Day not too long ago? In the end, lovers are still just strangers. We forge that relationship by giving into our base urges. Lovers will never last forever. All relationships eventually end. That's why love tainted with lust is a far cry from true love. Kind of deep philosophy there, isn't it? Please forgive me, Lady Karen, I really don't think I can take any more. Do you mind if I say something? Yes, what is it, Gilgamesh? Well, I couldn't help but notice that you tend to treat Kama and Eris pretty harshly. It actually reminds me of the god of love. You've been using it to try and suppress lust along with other negative emotions. You clearly consider sexual desire to be, well, vulgar. So I can't help but wonder why Eros, the god of sexual desire, would want you as a vessel. Really, there's something contradictory about your whole existence. I guess, a little bit. Not necessarily, from what I know about Amor or Eros, or whatever you want to call him. He may well have had a reason for choosing this polar opposite for an avatar. Da Vinci. It's got something to do with one of Eros' more well-known stories. In it, Eros has been spreading his life wandering around firing his arrows of love at whoever catches his fancy, just like his mother ordered him to. But then one day he meets a human girl and falls in love with her. The rest of their story plays out just as about how you expect. Extenuating circumstances, overcoming adversity, happily ever after, you get the gist. Anyway, the girl's name was Psyche, something closer to heart in Greek. And of course, I don't have to tell you that Eros means love. So, when you think about what this story of union between heart and love is saying, you realize that it has some interesting implications. So if Eros is love and Psyche is heart, that would imply that love and the heart are separate things, which would mean... Oh. So you're saying Eros doesn't possess a heart. Ah, now I get it. Since he doesn't possess a heart, I'm guessing he's willing to carry out any order given to him, no matter how cruel. And to accept any punishment, no matter how cruel. Is that it? No, I treat Eros that way because he likes it. No, I don't. That's your thing, not mine. Shut up, I was just getting to the good part. Here's the deal. Eros, or Amor, whatever you want to call him, is a tragic god. He had the power to control love, but had no heart to understand it. I knew it. One day he came to me in a dream, and asked me what true love is. But that is very difficult to put into words. So instead I decided to show him as a sample case. A sample case? The hell kind of sample case did you show to a freaking god? I told you, it's simple. I showed him the form love should take. And what was that? A world without conflict, a world where people cherish their neighbors and no classes divide society. I showed him my ideal world, where I, as its benevolent dictator, control all things. Now, that's just another dystopia. It kind of is. So what's wrong with a benevolent dictatorship? Quite a few things. My duty is to use this power to guide the world where it's meant to go. To make this ideal world, I show it more reality. Yes, that's right. Since people are incapable of being truly happy, I must use the Lord's love to bestow happiness upon everyone equally. She's got a grail! What? Was it formed by Valentine's Day power or something? Then again, with all these heroic spirits around, I guess it's totally plausible. Anyway, if there's a Holy Grail involved, that explains how she showed up without anyone summoning her. That's right, the Holy Grail was first drawn here by all these couples and their lecherous affections. It then summoned the god of love, who in turn sought someone with a heart. Me. That is the chain of fate that led us here. And now I'm sure that what I'm about to do is only a fulfillment of God's will. The chocolate, is that God love? God love amplifies the love within anyone who eats it and represses their negative emotions. So I wonder what will happen if I, a true believer of love, eat it instead. I think the time has come to find out. No, Lady Karen, don't. You mustn't push yourself any further. I knew you'd end up going down that road eventually, Karen. Why the hell didn't either of you try to stop her then? Seriously, don't do this, Karen. There's no way anything good will come of it. As they say in Rome, porca misera. Why don't you mind your own business, Lancer? She's powering up. The chocolate factory seems to have transformed into something else. Karen, is that you? This is quite a surprise. Even I wasn't expecting to gain this much power. I can feel both powerful love and irresistible desire swirling within me. By accepting that desire and forgiving it, I've now embodied the true agape, so I will no longer go by a name as simple as God, Karen. Now that I'm even holier than God, you may call me Super God. Oh boy. Oh boy, Karen. She is something, isn't she? That's not what your name says. Oh, Karen. Oh man, this feels so good, and my skin's so smooth it's getting all tingly. Can you hear the crackling sound? It really adds to the atmosphere, don't you think? I think I can repel any attack now, to say nothing of water. Oh no, I'll never be able to take a shower again. Guess we should probably try to stop her, shouldn't we? You still want to fight me? Seriously, talk about chickens seasoning themselves for roast. Humans never change, do they? No matter the time or place, they just can't help but charge bravely, recklessly into danger. I swear I never get tired of it. You really are God's greatest creations. Alright, if you're so eager for punishment, I can make you cry without making you die. You're going to be drowning in my God love soon enough anyway. So if you'd like to get a head start in having my love's lightning zap you down to your soul, that's fine with me. Her aura is incredible. It's about 3 times more powerful than the God Karen we just fought. Don't worry, there's nothing to fear here. The only things that have really changed about her color palette or disposition. Super God my ass, she's just another servant. Come on, Brat. You, me, Master, and Mash can totally take her. Alright, but please don't give it your best. We're dealing with a pseudo-servant here, with a human body as a vessel. So please hold back and don't take this fight too far. Well, sure, that's what I was planning on doing all along. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? FGO becomes Dragon Ball Z with its powering up means? I mean, it became Dragon Ball Z when Super Karna became a thing, honestly, Ouroboros. Well, that's not a high health bar. Now receive True Love. Selfless Love. Smooth godlike skin. Reduces damage received. And strength up against enemies and Selfless Love. True states. Okay. Let's see how much of a damage resistance she has. Well, that wasn't much of anything. Devil Karen is storing power. Ow. I don't have the stun, I realize. But we'll be fine. Yeah, that's only other stuff. Devil Karen is storing power, Selfless Love True, and she inflicted an NP turn on me. Ow. That hurt a bit, Karen. That was very rude of you, Karen. It's time to pay the piper. You know what? Let's just go all out. 300% NP for Jolter here. Excuse me. It's somewhat ironic to be using Jolter to beat Karen here. Considering Jolter, even though she is an Avenger, is kind of fallen in love, you know. Kind of ironic. That even hate can feel love. And she's still not done, good gracious. Karen, what more do you have up your sleeve? Are we going to be seeing Super God Karen 2? Or Super God Karen Rosé? Maybe a little too late for this, but you all have the wrong idea about me. The Lord's love is universal, it simply exists. It's given freely to all living things. Every person, regardless of who they are or what sort of life they may have lived, can receive it. The Lord's love shines down upon us like sunlight. It gives people life, illuminates the earth, and punishes sin. There is no sense rejecting it, refusing it, or trying to flee from it. You couldn't even if you wanted to. Also, it's a shame that, Courage isn't here. It's a shame. Because he, I feel like he would have some interesting opinions on all this. There's no sense rejecting it, refusing it. You couldn't even if you wanted to. It's simply the joy of life. It's what allows life to exist on this planet, after all. That is true, Agape. God's love, given freely. That is the greatest form of love we humans have imagined. Karen's magical energy signal is expanding. Does this mean our spirit origin is going to transform yet again? Secretly in love with a certain Jalter tried to get the harem protagonist skill, but our harem protagonist skill clearly beat out her harem protagonist skill, so you know. Now, where could she possibly go from here? Once again, this has been quite unexpected. Seeing you all fight valiantly has inspired surprising new feelings in me. I feel as though I'm about to be reborn. I can feel curiosity about a world I've yet to see bubbling up within me. Pure, innocent, and therefore infinite. I now embody true agape. Oh no. Oh no. Just because I've seen the joke NP, I think I know what it is. Just by that line, Twu. So I will no longer go by a name as simple as Super God Kevin. From now on, you can call me Super Baby Kevin. Oh no. Oh no. Oh gosh, am I in Zatch Bell? Oh gosh, I'm flashing back to Zatch Bell. Oh gosh. I'm reminded of the finale of Zatch Bell now. Please tell me I'm not the only person that remembers Zatch Bell. I know I'm old, but I'm not that old, am I? Please? Somebody else know what I'm referencing? It's not a movie. Oh, thank God Draconic remembers it somewhat. Now she's literally a baby. You gotta be freaking kidding me. Did we just jump the shark? There is no longer any reason for us to fight. I am willing to forgive everything. After all, I am a super baby now. Goo goo ga. Even as a baby, the skill of her aura is a massive. It's about 3 times more powerful than the Devil Karen we just fought. I mean, to be fair, I don't think it was ever finished as far as an anime goes, so I did end up reading the manga. But this is essentially the final fight of the manga. Of Zatch Bell. Yeah, that's the 3rd time you said that, Mash. Right now, I consider all life equally precious. After all, I'm a baby. Grown-ups, children, men, women, they all look the same to me. So I'm going to treat you all with the same and start calling you by numbers instead of names. Now what's she going on about? Oh, and while this doesn't sound really have to do anything with anything, I just want you all to know that. The Capsule Servant spin-off is available to download in Japan, although I don't condone piracy. Okay. The Capsule... Oh, jeez. Capsule Servants is available to download if you're playing in Japan. Woo! That's relevant. As of February 2023. Now she's casually cross-promoting other games. What incredible confidence! The 4th wall! It's shattered! Shattered! Oh, the funniest part for me had to be the whole Aris interactions. Draconic. That has to be the funniest part for me in the whole event. That had me dying of laughter. That whole interaction with Aris. Is that Super Baby Karen? This is all turning out way crazier than I expected, but my job is still the same as ever. Kick ass until there's no more ass to be kicked. Even a baby coup! Don't be fooled, Master. She might look like an angel now, but she's still as good as her word. If we don't stop her now, she'll take control of Chaldea and then the world. God, devil, whatever she becomes, it's all the same thing for her at heart. Even good intentions can be disastrous when taken too far. Like they say, the road to hell's paved with them. So, Master, what do you say? It'd be cruel to have a baby lead the world. Just for the record, I can't say any of this is really shocking to me. Okay, the baby I didn't see coming. The rest, though, pretty predictable. So then does that mean? Yep. Let's put this baby down for her nap and get back to our regular saccharine celebration. So this is what you want? After everything I said, you would still refuse my love? What, have none of you been in love your entire lives before or something? What reason could you have to still go on wiving? Shut it. Baby or not, there's some things you just can't say. Don't be silly. Babies tell away everything. I'm not angry. I'm just going to kill you all. This has been very educational, but now it's over. So on that note, well-forsaken Lancer, foolish love-abandoning Archer, loving Mash, and Mash who really needs to start watching his potty mouth if he knows what's good for him. Oh man! It's time for all of you to burn in the fires of hell. Meanies, poo-poo heads, dum-dums. I'm gonna tolerate you so hard your heads will spin. I feel like our definitions of tolerance may be incompatible. Now, I'm starting to doubt she's got any God stuff in her at all. Yeah, last battle! Oh, right, then we'll have to make sure we absolutely win it. Not just for our sake, but also to show new lives yet to be born a wonderful Valentine's Day truly is. Well, this is certainly a fight, isn't it? This is certainly a fight. I will win what true god power is. Crumbling fear, goo goo ga. Infinite love, true. So, strength, infinite love. Okay, so, increased damage to infinite love targets, infinite love true to a single enemy when attacking, and mental debuff immunities. It is, isn't it? This is new music. Interesting. I'm gonna see if I can't break this first bar with just a straight... A Jolter Brave Chain would definitely have broken it, but we still got it anyways. There we go. The world needs love. Another stack of love thing. Is she saying bubbles? Were my ears deceiving me, or was I hearing her just go, bubbles, bubbles? Because I swear that's what I was hearing. Okay, we got the crit, and that got us in. Please give up already. Oh. Okay then. Well, that was unexpected. That was certainly unexpected there. It's only one nullify buff, so we should be fine. Let's get some stars here. And then throw Sure Hit. And then throw that. And then throw that. Jolter? It's time. Please burn. Baby Kelvin's gonna woos? Oh, that wasn't too bad. The surprise full charge and then charge was definitely unexpected, but we handled it. That wasn't too bad at all. Not bad at all. Impossibly. My agape is infinite. How can I still be woozing? Ah. Hey, Golden Kid. Right. You used your twins to withstand me. Well played, Gilgamesh. This must be your way of paying me back for all the times I tied you up in another world. You did what to me? But even anti-divine armaments like this aren't enough to hold me forever. It's so hard to speak like this. That's okay. They don't have to. Master, give me all the magical energy you can spare. I'm gonna hit her with something real special. Okay. Please stand back, Master. Romulus gave you a wolf? Congrats, Red Velvet. Congrats on getting a wolf. I'm just beating down a baby with Kukulon and Gilgamesh. Oh, Gilgamesh. I cannot say that. I cannot say that in baby talk. It's weird. Expanding ramparts. Say night-night, Kieran, because this lullaby is gonna knock you out for good. Gay. Bulk! Gaku? Damn, sorry about that. Gotta admit, I might have gone a little overbulk there. Overbulk. Nice. But that said, how the hell are you still alive? I guess this is it then. Alright, I admit, I lost. At least this time. Velvet, please, tell me. If I say the anime Zatch Bell, do you recognize it? Mordred, I just read your message. You attacked a baby with tentacles. In the end, the tentacles won. Okay, thank God. So, Velvet, did you ever read the manga for Zatch Bell when it turned out it would not be fully animated? Because this fight was literally that fight. It was against a giant it was against a baby. It's like, I'm getting the flashbacks, man. Flashbacks are killing me, man. Did they get inspired by that for this? I truly do wonder. Unless, you know, I'm not. I play some JRPGs, but are babies actually being the final boss a common thing in JRPGs? Does anybody know that? Alright, I'll admit it. I lost. At least this time. This time? After all this crap, you still haven't given up? No, of course not. It'll take much more than this to get me to stop. I'm going to start development on my next product as soon as my spirit origin recovers, and then... She really doesn't regret a thing, does she? That's enough, Karen. Eros, I'm a more. Do you remember what Queen Medea said? She said that Aphrodite wouldn't care, even if all of my limbs were torn off of me. But I'm not so sure. More. Well, well. That's not Karen's familiar speaking right now. It looks like a divine spirit that would normally never come to the forefront is using that pseudo-spirit origin. He's speaking for himself by taking advantage of his own amorphous existence. A long time ago, somebody laughed at my my bow and arrow of love, calling it no more than a toy. I still remember how it felt to have that bow and arrow. A core part of who I am as a divinity, mocked like that. It was upsetting. Looking back now, I realize it must have been sad. Sad that my work, my purpose, no, my pride and joy had been so mocked. I can practically hear her wondering what this has to do with her from here. Now, let's just keep quiet and see where this goes. And now I feel the same about you, Kieran. Me, are you saying I'm like your bow and arrow? That's right, whenever I see you getting hurt, it upsets me. And besides, deep down, don't you want to believe in yourself? don't you want to believe that the love between a couple, even if you mean it's vulgar, even if you think it's vulgar, can last forever? I'm Eros. I saw a memory of yours earlier when your own love and desires had been heightened. It was a memory of the only time in your life when you fell in love with someone you deeply respect. I swear it's rough being a pseudo-servant. You don't even think twice about dredging up painful memories I'd just as soon as forget. Interesting, so Karen has been in love before. Even so, you got me good. You're right. As I am now, I don't have any right to embody true agape. The best I can do is sing the praises of love to those who know nothing of it. So, you're turning over a new leaf? Yes, I'm no longer going to try to rule over Chaldea, unfortunately. Here, you can have this as proof of my commitment. Holy Grail. Woo! I don't need it anymore. I also wrote down how to counteract the god love's effects and dry erase marker on this. Just write the instructions on Holy Grail, of course. That's very kind of you. As for you, Kukulon and Gilgamesh. Yeah. Yes. You both helped me out a lot as well. Thank you for guiding Soul and defeating me. Whoa, whoa, where's this coming from? It's like a total 180 from where you were. Wait. Well, that was fast. You really don't do anything by halves, do you? I'm a lot prouder than you might think. You see, now that I've lost, I have no wish to overstay my welcome. Come on, Eros, some more. Let's be on our way. Farewell, everyone. It's been a pleasure to meet you. Karen. Oh, right. I also promised I would help you, didn't I? That's the one regret I have about how all this turned out. Wow, doesn't even get to say anything beyond that she regrets it. Well, it's a good thing she's just down the hall in Chaldea. You know. It's a good thing I summoned her. Now she... Seriously? Seriously. Okay, that was unexpected. That was gloriously unexpected. Final section, the goddess and her delightful comrades. More, the preacher of loves, St. Valentine's bitter chocolate. Final section. I was not expecting a capsule drop. Alrighty. Talk about live and let live, huh? Everything's gone back to the usual Valentine's Day routine like nothing ever happened. That goes for everyone who ate the god love too. We're all back to normal now. They sure are. I've checked. Honestly, part of me is impressed that Karen got her chocolate to catch on as much as it did. She might have been a great marketeer in a different life. Not that it made our lives any easier. Eesh. Do any of the other servants even have any idea how hard we worked to get everything and everyone back to normal? Maybe not, but that just goes to show how peaceful it is again. I'd say that's a good thing. What about you, Ku? Are you sure you want to be here right now? I hear Maeve is running all around Chaldea looking for you. I know. Why do you think I'm hanging out here, of all places? Of all places? Alright, I just remembered. Jason was freaking out about some prized collection of his having gone missing earlier. You guys wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you? Oopsie. That rare Heracles memorabilia collection. You still have that stuff put away? No wonder it stinks of testosterone in here. So I'm sure Jason will be thrilled when we return his collection. I'm glad you think so, because I was about to ask you to do just that. Don't worry about the rest of the aftermath. I'll take care of that. Great work, guys. Oh, and Mash? Yes. Just so you know, I don't have any assignments for you at the moment. Implying Maeve wouldn't check. Fair point. Fair point. So now's your chance to make the most of Valentine's Day. Okay, thank you, Da Vinci. Ku, Gil. Get out! Okay, hey, I just remembered I have something to do. Gotta run. Come on, kid. You too. I don't want to go. I'm gonna stay right here so I can watch how this all plays out. Gil? No. What plays out? Just come on already. You and I are gonna go make the rounds around Chaldea. What? I never signed up for that. Ku is a bro. Well, that sounds perfect. What did she say? Oh. Hi, Karen. I didn't have the time for a nice relaxed exploration of Chaldea before. Would you mind if I joined you on your rounds? Karen, what are you doing here? Yeah, what about your dramatic exit? Yes, well, that's what I was planning to do. But then I figured I may as well recombine with Eros and Amor, and when I did, I ended up with just enough magical energy left over to rematerialize. So that's what I did. It was pretty easy too. It seems interpersonal bonds truly are powerful. So I didn't have anywhere else to go, and it looked too cold to camp out. So since we already formed a temporary contract once, I thought I'd come back so you could hire me on full time. No chance. For once I agree with you. Don't do it, Master. Keep her around, and there's no telling when she might try to kill you in your sleep. Ow! If you have enough energy to protest, then you must also have enough to show me around, no? So come on, I want you to tell me all there is to know about Caldea's various facilities. I intend to stay here for quite a long time, you know. No freaking way. As for you, Master, I look forward to working with you again. Now please, don't mind us. Go back to where you were doing. Don't worry, I'll take care of the rest. Karen's also a bro. Karen? There you are, Q. Huh? Who's that woman with you, and why do you look so chummy? Stay right where you are. You're not going anywhere until you've told me everything I want to know. Oh, Maeve. That must be the famous Queen Maeve I've heard so much about. I see, so you're making passes at people even after being summoned as a servant. It seems you're more of a stallion than the ladies' man, Q-Kalan. Or should I say, you dog. Now you're outright slandering me. I'm just stating an objective fact. No, go on, start running before she catches you. Damn it! Poor Q. Why am I still mixed up in this? Get back here. So, it's certainly been an eventful few days, hasn't it, Senpai? I know you've been through a lot this year, thanks to chocolate, again. But they do say sweets are the best remedy for exhaustion, so, here. I hope you like it. Yes! Thank you, Mash. Not at all, it doesn't even come close to expressing how grateful I am to you for everything you've done for me all year, so if anything, I should be the one thanking you. In that case... This is for you, Mash. Yay. We actually get to exchange the chocolates in the main quest and not in a freaking side thing. Does this mean you had a gift prepared for me all this time, too? Well, yeah. Thank you, Senpai. That's a wonderful surprise. Now that all's said and done, I think this year's Valentine's Day turned out wonderfully as well. Yay. Is this going to be a CE? I hope it is. It is! Caldea Spring Holiday. Oh, look at the little phone! Oh, look at that. That's such a nice little... That is such a nice little Valentine's cake. I love the foe with the wizard hat and wand. That's adorable. Oh, I like this one. Valentine's gift from Mash. This no-bake strawberry cheesecake is adorned with warm and charming colors. It evokes an image of springtime and represents Mash's sincere feelings. Meant to please not only the tongue but the eyes as well, even foe can appreciate the skill that went into making it. That said, you can't help but wonder if she's gotten too good at baking cakes. There's no such thing as being too good to bake cakes. Oh, that's the... I was about to say, what is there still to unlock? But that's the bittersweet thing. So, all of the, all of this is just farming, which I will do on my own time. But there is the challenge quest, as well as opening up the chocolates for the new servants. I'm going to examine what the challenge quest is now, and I might do another stream later this week of the challenge quest, as well as opening up things. Berserker Archer, huh? Well, I think I know what to do then. Berserker Archer? That is easy decision. Where is Castoria? And the backline really doesn't matter. Throw a case scope there. And as with all challenge quests, clear out the riffraff. You know what? I shouldn't have cleared completely. Let's have backup supports just in case of Waver and Scotty with their respective bomb CEs. And let's go. Alright, what is this challenge quest gonna be? Says berserkers and archers, so... Love, slave, and embodied desire. 10 enemies. Artemis loves you so much. Okay, what do these things have first? Orion's desire, when HP reaches 0, increase ally Orion's critical hit rate and crit strength. And Love Slave nullifies charm, increase resistance against females. Well, maybe it's not too big. Maybe it's not too big of a damage resistance here. Oh, that's a big damage resistance. Well, I don't think Lambda is gonna be the one to use here. Yeah, suffice to say, I don't think Lambda's the way to go. Fall back, withdraw, and I will attempt this one when I next stream FGO. It might be Wednesday, might be Friday. I'm honestly not sure just yet. I have a big assignment for my medical ethics class that I need to do by Friday. So, yeah. I think that I'm going to call tonight's stream of FGO here and now. So for now, I have been Solar Dragon. I hope you've enjoyed this stream. If you have, leave me some feedback in whichever way you so see fit. If you want to check out more by me, be sure to check out my channel here on Twitch or YouTube. Same name, same game. There's plenty of content for you to enjoy. Once again, thank you all so much for coming out. Hope you enjoyed. Have a fantastic evening, everybody.